cares? I'm not a player. I'm your enemy.
Feels bad.
And we begin in medias res. No intro. You just have survived a bomb.
Bombas.
The ground around you is completely destroyed, and you can see you're on top of a hill where you've essentially been protected by the Shield of Alex. You are 200 feet up from the bottom. It gets deeper the further north you go. So if you go up on this map, it gets deeper in. You're near like the edge of the crater. I'm not very good at drawing hills. Sorry.
So we're on the top of a hill. I want to go as close as I can more or less safely go at 20 dexterity and peer over the edge and look at what the material is that it's been turned into, that's been cratered or glassed.
Essentially, a lot of it has been cratered, and you can see that there's this exposed red stuff here.
Hey, Wielder, what stuff is red?
Is that not just like glowing red melted ground?
You're pretty sure it is, but you are also 200 feet up, so you know you're a ways away.
Wielder,
is this the red stuff?
You're sure that you planted the bomb in the right spot or calculated it correctly?
I am. Well, I'm sure I built it right. I think who placed it?
Cal? Did you mark the spot correctly for Cal?
Cal probably got it right.
I scratch my head.
Because we should not have been in the blast radius, clearly.
Well, it's magic.
Could someone have moved it?
I think maybe we missed how strong the bomb was.
Well, no,
I do want to cast detect magic really quick to see if there's some kind of like magical fallout.
Okay.
I'll just use the wand.
Oh shit, Happy fucking put her cloak away. I saw what you typed in chat.
No.
You see all around you there's a lingering but fading away abjurative effect.
I believe that was the... Oh! That was probably the divine magic.
Abjuration is protection, I think, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't... Let me find my old... Here it is. Let's see. I don't think either blue or red were abjuration. Oh, that might even be my older notebook. I'm just gonna go with that. It is, yeah, that's just the remnants of, it's called divine intervention.
Can we see the city from here? How far away are we?
You are a ways away, not far enough that you wouldn't be able to see the city. You can see that part of the city has collapsed in. Not a huge amount.
Weren't we?
But you were in a tunnel.
Underground?
That's correct. So you bear that in mind. You do some quick mental calculations. You were underground. Now you're 200 feet up.
Didn't a bomb go off when they were trying to set off bombs? Or did we get them all?
One did go off in the north.
Yeah. Was it this powerful? I don't... Because remember that Drake network got destroyed, but I don't remember it stripping off over 200 feet of Earth.
It did completely level. Yeah.
Can I
will give you this for free because you have proficiency and really high intelligence in magic technology, and also in Arcana, which are the two relevant skills. It's some combination of the two, But as you're saying this, your eyes kind of naturally wander up to the crucible. And you feel that this effect might be more powerful than it was before.
Yeah. So I think I still have like a damp, like pinches of the red and blue. Can I take like a single grain of red and a single grain of blue, like what I did on my bench when I was first experimenting with this, and just put them in a little pile and just touch them together?
It's like not like a huge explosion, but it's noticeably stronger.
But it's a good flash. It's a flash. Okay. Okay. I should have thought of that. I should have realized that it was going to be bigger. With the state of the world now, I should have been obvious that there was going to be more power in that. I should have seen that.
So you think it was a calculation error?
I did the calculations right, but with the wrong numbers. The power of the bomb is stronger now that the world's like this. Because remember, it's using the red and blue material from the azure and the crimson.
But that doesn't explain why Ein was ever there.
He probably scryed on us. We know he likes to scry. And I don't think we protected ourselves well enough.
He's smart and probably didn't actually believe us after what we did to Finn.
Yeah.
I think we made a big mistake using that.
Well, we've still taken out Sealess and 7 or 8 Simulacrum.
We also almost
Is there a way to scry on Ein now?
I don't have the spell slots.
Alright, everyone, something is about to happen. However, to reuse the term active time event, because I don't know what to call it yet, there are 3 things that are happening in the world, one of which you will see, another of which you can choose to see. So, as of right now, there's something happening in Capcree headquarters.
Ooh.
This will be seen. It must be. After that, however, you can choose who you want to keep up with in the world. You can look up on what Astriel Serum Haliste is doing, or you could look up what's happening in the Sprawl. Which would you rather?
Sprawl, because that's where Ein's going, right?
Yeah, but I think we're
general direction.
I think we're gonna figure that out ourselves. I kind of want to know what Astriel's.
Well, if something's Pog's giving us this choice, I suspect
She probably feels the effects of losing an Episcopatus. I don't know.
But
if we're given this choice, there's something else happening in the Sprawl than Ein. Ein is not the
what was happening in the Sprawl?
So
that's how we'd figure out.
My take is one of those is a place that we're not going to go back to for a long time, and therefore are not going to get much information about for a long time, and so the location seems like a pretty good idea. Versus Astriel Serum Haliste is a person who does random bullshit that I generally don't care about.
Something was happening with the Sprawl at the very end of last session. Wasn't
that's
it
where
Ein was going there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I was heading to that area. Whether or not he intends to stay
we're not
going to.
Our characters aren't. Okay.
Do we have to choose now? Can we see the captain?
So I would like to see. I would like to see Astriel Serum Haliste.
I'm fine with either.
Yeah. You don't have to pick right now. We can see what's happening with Capcree. And this is, of course, for the players, as I realize that this story is getting immensely complex and there's too many characters. And then they do major stuff without you knowing what's going on. So you come back and you're like, what the hell? And then you have to think about it for an hour and you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense, I guess. So, over in Capcree headquarters, right here, there's been another attack from the Conclave. This one is more vicious than ever. And as a result, Percy himself is on the front lines for the first time in years. and we see Percy with 2 guns, essentially just going by, shooting angels off, just one-tapping them, moving around like John Wick, and every building he goes into, he sees dead people. And he keeps pulling out more bandoliers of these Capcree capsule launchers, essentially. And he's firing off all kinds of spells. He's raining hell on the angels. And every time he takes a step forward, he sees more of his troops are dead. He encounters an angel commander, and the 2 of them have a battle. It's short-lived. Percy is much stronger than the commander. As he shoots the angel down, he looks over into a building, and he sees that there is a person there who is bleeding out. Percy pulls out a healing capsule, shoots the man with it, and heals him.
That is unusual.
Everyone, we have a choice of 2 things. Also, Tim says he will be heading over.
Hi, Tim. Just keep in mind, I said hi, Tim, for like 5 minutes, or 20 minutes.
Yeah, everyone ping at 4-year-old girl Bale.
Why?
It's the Mr. Ping challenge.
I see. I like the Mr. Ping challenge.
You used to be so anti-ping, but as soon as I say Mr. Ping challenge, you're like, oh yeah, I like ping challenge.
I hate being pinged, of course.
Remember sounds? The unblockable sounds?
Yes, unfortunately. From Zat.
How do you guys use Zat for so long?
So everybody, hello everybody who's watching this years later. All of you Luscalia fans who are looking to see where it all began. We met on a Zat channel
No, we didn't.
A Flash game
we met
company.
on a forum. And then they, instead of making an IRC, used a Flash-based chat room.
I was on the chat before the forums, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Because I didn't join the forums initially. I was on a different forum, and I joined the chat to like make fun of Ace Too Cool.
Wait, I don't know if I met any of you before New Civ. Like, I know how things started, but...
Oh, okay. Well then...
Yeah.
Also, I was never on the Zap channel.
I joined
that was back in
Next
2008,
Gen
so yeah.
18 years ago.
So the reason why we bring this up is because we had a chat room using Zat, which was like this Flash chat program.
It was terrible.
It was so
I wanted
bad.
to use IRC.
And everyone kept saying, do we use IRC? It was like me, Blix. I don't remember who else was Team IRC, but we're like, just get on IRC, stop using this. But everyone's like, no, we're staying on Zat.
Every time we used IRC, half the conversations were, how do I IRC? How do I use IRC?
Yeah, exactly.
I just said, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
So Zat had this cool bug, by the way, where you would go into Zat and it would be like a zombie version of the chat, which we called like the Nether chat.
Yeah, because it just have like it'll have like a month-old chat in there and just nothing recent.
But like, here's the weird thing, is that multiple people could be in the Nether chat at once. And it's like a separate chat from the actual chat. And there'd just be like 2 chats going on at once, and then like Dragon would come in, he'd be like, guys, we're at the Nether, and pull everyone to the main chat again. And then whatever we were talking about is just lost forever. Like, how? I'm not the best programmer in the world.
What? How does the code lead to that and maintain it?
I assume it was some sort of load balancing going wrong.
Yeah, some kind of
or like
crash.
falling back to
They
a
have
backup
like
or...
a backup server, and then they did the load balancing wrong, so it doesn't sync properly. So there's just 2 chats.
That's the only thing I could come up with.
Hello, you missed one super tiny thing, Tim, and I'll just go over it very briefly. Percy was getting attacked in Capcree headquarters, and he himself deployed to the front lines to fight the angels off. And after murking a bunch of angels, he healed a person.
He healed a person. That doesn't sound like him.
Also, the bomb was much more powerful because of the state the world is in. The reaction between the red and the blue is a lot stronger than it was before all this happened. So this
we do not know.
It stripped off like 250 feet of earth. Because we were below ground, and now we're 200 feet above ground.
Yep.
And now we have the choice of seeing a scene as players, not as characters. I mean, Astral or the Sprawl.
Yeah.
Are you interested in seeing one or the other?
We only get one scene.
You get one choice, one opportunity. This is something that's going to come up a lot in Ether Pilgrims because you're going to be traveling around the world. Same with Lapis Key, actually, and like going to places. You might want to check up with the people that you see.
What's the question again?
So we just got that cutscene about Percy, right, in the Capri headquarters.
Yeah.
We're given a choice for one other cutscene, but only one other, between either a cutscene relating to Asdriel Serum Haliste or the Sprawl.
We're gonna blow up the Sprawl, right? Because Ein is there.
I don't know if we should blow everything up.
I want to vote for something else.
All in all, it's just another bomb in the Sprawl. How's that, everyone? Is that funny?
10 out of 10.
Wait, so I thought he was going to the Swallowed City, not the Sprawl.
He was heading towards that area, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know where exactly he's going. He could be going to the Gauntlet, the Sprawl, or the Swallowed City, but he's heading in the direction of the Swallowed City, and the Sprawl is on the way.
The Sprawling City.
Check this out, everyone. Pow.
Yep, that's something not good.
I vote for whatever Jazz voted for.
I haven't voted yet. I'm still deciding.
Oh.
Isn't it 1-1 right now?
I'm thinking the Sprawl, though. I'm thinking the Sprawl. Yeah, Sprawl.
All right, that's fine.
For brevity's sake, I'll say
Sprawl.
Sprawl Gaming?
What are you gonna vote, Pog?
I don't vote.
Oh.
Well, this is a
Is
vote
it because you're not
between-
registered?
My votes don't count for anything. I don't believe in D&D electoralism or whatever.
Ooh. But then, how do you come to?
I am
how do you
fine
come to
with
decision?
either one. I just think Asdriel Serum Haliste would be an interesting scene.
I assume they're both good. So. If more
are
people
both
want
good.
Sprawl, I'm just going to vote for Sprawl, though. Make it easy on us.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
We
I
should
suspect
probably
it's-
go help people in the city.
I just suspect that in the Sprawl, it's not going to relate to Ein. It's going to be something else we don't expect. So I guess this is only what we as players know, though. Not as
Yeah, so I
characters,
can't really affect our action.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I like it.
Go
So
back to time
we
event.
see in the Sprawl, the town is completely a desert. It's far from the Sprawl that you came to know and love. It's still the same sort of roughshod buildings hewn out of whatever material that they can have put up wherever they can fit them. However, as a result of the creation of the canvas world, many of the buildings have increased space between them. And the problem is the Sprawl had a lot of platforms set up, which has led to an even greater state of decay in the Sprawl than there ever was before. Now it seems like there's a desert and there's a bunch of buildings and there's a bunch of ruins in them. Paradoxically, both the most active part of Slaypool and also the most destroyed part of Slaypool, not counting all the places that have been completely and utterly sundered by the creation of the world, of course. And so, we see a group of Ambrose family fighters. You recognize one of them, Quinn Goldeye Elra. He was someone that you spoke to in the very beginning, and he is fighting alongside the Dawn. And the Dawn has grown up quite a bit. Uriah is now a man, and he shows it with incredible veracity as he is now activating different types of magic. You realize this man is a wizard. And he reaches over and speaks to Venton Flick, his advisor, on what to do about the war, as hundreds upon hundreds of these nightmares are just running through the town.
I don't even remember who this guy is.
Venton Flick
No, the other
was
guy.
a genasi.
The Dawn.
Uriah Ambrose
He was a kid
uh,
when we
put a
last saw him.
feather in you.
Yeah,
It's a
him.
feather.
Okay.
Benton Flick is the Speaker of the Dead.
They're not killing people with magic, Tim. They're killing nightmares attacking the city.
With magic.
Nightmares.
That is correct.
Is he still the Speaker of the Forest?
Who knows?
Benton Flick.
However,
You mean the Stone
Vox
Strike?
Populi.
as they're fighting around, you can see sort of like a bird's eye view of this battle as waves and waves of these creatures are fighting through the forces of the Ambrose family. You can see the Ambrose family has invented a new type of gun. They have these strange sort of like revolving components that you've never seen in your life, but we the players know they have revolvers.
They can shoot
And they are
multiple
using
bullets.
them
Ooh.
to the best of their ability. And we see at the very top of the tower, the thing that they are protecting from all of these nightmares, there are two people. We can see, of course, everybody's favorite. Who is this? We recognize only one thing about them. They're wearing the medallion of the Rat King.
Are
Hey.
they really?
I know who it is. It's the lady, forgot her name, Michaelist worshiper, probably ex-Michaelist.
Caitlin?
Catalina?
From the that's who I gave the, if I remember correctly. Maybe I'm misremembering.
From the
her.
school.
Yeah, I'm fairly
Yeah.
certain
Yeah,
that's
wasn't
who
her
I
name
gave it.
Caitlin or something?
I don't think
Yeah.
you gave it to like a random. You just
No,
on the
no, I
street.
didn't just give it to. No, I gave like a battle axe to a random
Oh, I
person who
hate
got
her
arrested.
so much.
Oh.
That's so much better.
I think that's the person.
You're a
I'm not sure.
random person.
I think that's the.
Is it Catalina or Caitlin?
No?
But we can't see them as they're wearing this like very heavy looking robe. They just have this amulet out. And besides them, we can see one other person. And
it
this
Ira?
person is not Ira.
Oh,
It's Evil Era.
We don't know who they are, but they turn to this
Ari.
other person. They nod and they jump out of the tower. And as they jump, they transform into a dragon.
Xenos?
And that's our scene, everybody.
Oh.
Hey.
Is that Xenos?
He can only turn to a cat.
Xenos is
Xenos is
in
dead.
Xenos is in the top left.
Or he should be.
So that's what's happening in the sprawl.
Bad times.
Oh shit! Happy does not say that. We'll
Wow.
go back to the scene really quickly. All right.
Yeah, I don't think you gave it to Kaylin. I don't know why.
I'm
He wasn't
pretty
around
sure
when you
that
got
was-
rid of the amulet.
No, I'm pretty sure that was who I gave it to.
Wow.
Fairly certain that was
Mm,
Perhaps we'll find out if you go to the sprawl.
the sprawl.
Either way, everyone, you are on this cliff. Isaac / Angie, you just kind of see this devastation all around you as you are standing alone in this giant crater. To your north, the crater deepens and deepens and gets even further south, or further down rather. And to the south, you can see the city is partially destroyed. Some of the buildings have collapsed, others have been vaporized. and you are standing alone, and you just hear the howling of the wind.
We should go help people in the city.
For sure. We can. At least we need to see the damage.
Do you think we got Hein?
Well, I could try doing like a sending to him. That would tell us. In theory.
Wait, no, he's protected from sendings, isn't he?
No, Zealous was. I don't know if Vine is.
Oh, you can send him something like, "Where are you? We're waiting for you to kill." What was this guy's name? Zelix.
Yes.
Zelix. Yes, Zelix. We're waiting for you to kill Zelix with us.
He would know that's not a thing because the scheduled meeting time is already well past.
And an enormous explosion just happened.
Yeah, that's why it'll be funny.
I'm not sure if
Where
now
he
is
was
the
supposed to
time for
meet up.
comedy.
So if
Well, we're not dead.
if
What
he
better
didn't
time
already know, if he didn't know we were gonna betray him before, he does now because the area we wanted him to go to just blew up. So we either got him or he's out there and he knows we betrayed him.
So should we gloat that we're fine after all that?
We
No.
gotta follow the
I
high,
don't think we
right?
should give up our advantage. I think we should probably, first thing, go help people who were hurt in that explosion.
Look at it this way, man. Not only do we have all of our arms, we also have all of our fingers.
Happy's gonna look around and like sort of all the sort of red crater we're in. Is there anyone? Will anyone be alive to help?
We'd have to go further south towards the edge
We have
of
to
the
go back to
explosion.
town,
No, we are in the town, kind of. Yeah.
We're,
The
like,
area
to the-
around us is wiped clean. We're gonna have to go south to find anyone.
Are there any buildings that aren't wiped clean, Paul?
Yes, if you look to
We'd
the
have to go
south,
south
only
to
the
find.
northern part of the northern part of the city has been destroyed. So there is still like the middle and southern part that remains. The middle is partially destroyed because the infrastructure it's built on, the foundation and stuff is now cratered. So you can see it's like collapsing in a little bit. Not great.
Right, if there's no objections, we should go.
Well, yeah, we want to go south.
Let's-
Are we gonna go and see
Yeah.
our adoring fans? Remember not to tell them that we're the ones who blew them up. Remember?
And just then, a beam of light from the moon shines down directly onto all of you.
Uh-oh.
Fate.
Oh, thank God, she can't see me. I have my amulet. She's not allowed to look at me.
With a halo and
Hello?
3 sets of wings, Fate descends rapidly,
Oh,
jumping onto the
God.
ground.
Uh-oh.
Oh, are we rolling for initiative?
If you'd like.
How much health is it? Well, we're on full resources because we didn't actually find anyone.
Well,
Y'all wanna
I'm not. I
go
use
work?
spells, but I have
It's
most
your
of my spells.
business, Fate.
Can we
I-
know her business?
I don't remember. Is this the voice that I used for you?
No, that's Hein's voice.
It's hard to keep track of all the voices. Ha. Hello, the Rising. I see that you have killed one of my episcopatuses.
Yeah, and a bunch of angels too.
Disposable. So, what is it that you're after?
Oh, the crucible, of course.
The writ, of course.
To what end?
Oh, we don't want any of you to get it because you all have like really stupid things you want to do with your testaments.
And then what?
And then
Rebuild
nothing, we go
slavery.
home and eat some ice cream.
Do you know what it is that our gods are?
What?
Well, your gods
They're
are
nothing.
our gods.
All of them. Every deity. Have you ever wondered why there are 2 moons in the sky?
Why?
Yes.
Don't
It
worry,
is
you know.
because we've brought another dragon egg in. But, have you ever wondered why my aspect works just as well as yours?
Why?
It's because there are no dragons. There's only one stone dragon. And every time it hatches, it makes a new universe.
Can I roll insight on this?
If you'd like.
Every time
I
it
think we
hatches?
know this.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is.
That's why it's so much of a problem. It's because this one's hatching so early.
And it's been
You-
corrupted.
Can't tell. But at this point, fate is grinning. And do you know what this implies? Because it's the thing that Sylvania was most terrified of.
What does this imply?
Gonna ask her what every single time.
She's-
The end of the universe.
she clearly
Every
knows.
single plane is one and the same. And that all of our dragons that we have, every little rule that we do, every god that we make, are just part of this dragon. And one day, the dragon will actually hatch. And then all of this will go up in smoke. None of us are real. None of the rules that we make matter in the grand scheme of things. Everything is a lie. We cannot change the rules. We can only convince the dragon to make little adjustments here or there.
Why? I mean, we're all going to die someday, Fate. Why would that mean this doesn't matter?
Oh, it matters to only one being. The dragon that we will birth.
It matters to us. We're still alive. We still experience things. We still value things. We still wander through this world and have experiences and love each other and hate each other and kill each other. Like, even though maybe like one day in the far future it might all go away, it was gonna do that anyways.
What a beautifully mortal perspective to have on things. I, on the other hand, have been around since the dawn of time. And I've learned a thing or two. Since I've been around forever.
Are you Sylvania or Fate? Because I thought Fate ate Sylvania. Are you getting confused in there?
Nope. I am just the evolution, the natural next step. I was bound to happen.
Did she actually turn away from us?
She did. She's looking out at the destruction. Then she turns to see
She's
you.
doing the anime
I'm
thing.
gonna like, while she's turned away, I'm gonna like glance at everyone else and like put a hand on my gun and like go like,
Happy will nod. But I'm yeah, Happy would nod if you want, like, if you want to do anything.
I
Yeah,
would
what-
be
what-
wary of trying to fight me. You don't
Yeah,
even
I'd
understand
shake
what
my
your
head.
aspects are. Let alone how to harness divinity.
Well, harnessing divinity is not our end goal.
And it is mine, and so you are mortals trying to face a god.
Just because that's your end goal doesn't mean you're divine right now.
Oh? Am I not? Tell me, do gods not see through the eyes of their worshippers? How is it that I knew everything that you said to Celis, to Briere, to every conclavist that you spoke with? Milo, perhaps?
There are many ways for you to know that. And plus, there's nothing inherently saying that that's the ability strictly of the divine.
True, but I am a goddess. I am the
Right.
goddess of the conclave.
Can I roll insight? 'Cause she's clearly lying. If she knew what Milo had been saying, she'd be saying very different things.
Go ahead. She is... You've seen this kind of, like, behavior before. She is so confident because she knows she's won.
Well, in regards to Milo, is she able to see through Milo's eyes? Because I'm pretty sure she can't. Like,
She has
what-
the confidence that would imply that she can.
interesting.
I
Alright,
take
what
that
is
as-
one thing we said to Silas?
She says something that you've said to Silas perfectly, which I, the DM, cannot remember, as I don't
Oh.
recall the conversation.
She has
Yeah.
a keen mind, feat. Watch out.
Yeah, but that's something we said to Silas for getting him to meet in the battlefield. That if she wasn't there, evidently, she could see through Silas's eyes.
I mean, I would fully expect her to be able to see through Silas's eyes. I'm not surprised by that at all.
But
Yeah.
but can she see through all
Well-
of their eyes at once, or does she
Well-
have to pick and choose? Because that doesn't seem like. It seems like a god would be able to see through all of them at once.
And we know it's even difficult for them from Alex.
So, I ask again, what is it that you want? You want to protect this feeble world? Why?
Because we're the stone wall. We protect Slaypool.
Look around!
live
Slaypool is dead.
I just want the world to be a better place.
There's nothing left for you to save. Do you think that this is the only place in the world like this?
Then we'll do it for all the stone walls out there, so they can rebuild. All the Slaypools out there, so they can rebuild.
You disgust me. I thought someone that bore the light shard would be more understanding of how futile your existence is. But, with that said, I can't have you killing any more of my soldiers like this. So, I'm willing to propose a deal. Would you care to listen?
Spit it out.
Go on.
You see, I don't want to kill you. I want to see the look on your face once you realize that there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Can
I want- I want to see every bit of despair as I, one by one, crush all of your allies and kill everything that you've held dear.
That's totally not an evil thing to say.
I'm poorly trying not to smirk.
Can I roll an insight on the beginning when she says, I do not want to kill you? Is that just
Go ahead.
her lying, like she doesn't think she might not succeed or whatever?
You can go ahead.
Okay. Oh, rolling bad on this.
Fate is completely honest as far as you can tell. Like, she doesn't look like she's lying. She's saying this like you would say your plans for lunch.
Damn.
So she's wrong, but she doesn't know it.
You say you do not want to kill us, but I'm not convinced entirely that you could if you did want to.
Well, I applaud your bravery. Nonetheless, allow me to continue. You see, I don't want my worshippers to be killed. And I'm sure that you don't want your family to be killed, Miss Kovath. Your resistance, I'm sure you want to be left alive. Well, I'd like to apologize. I jumped the gun there. I should have negotiated first.
Did you do something?
House Makikta, how should I say? Well, we have them in our clutches. I'm sure you don't want them to be killed, no, Calcivir?
You realize all of us are here because we were already ready to put everything on the line. And that, petty threats are not going to work on us.
Oh,
You
I
speak
assure
with
you.
such confidence about a group that has ostracized me.
Oh, so you don't care if they die or not?
I care for all members of my people, but those who were once my colleagues and comrades have turned their back upon me, and so I see them as little more than the peasants who work the fields.
Do you believe that?
I think that a lot of that is true. I think they have different feelings about specific people, like Ariane, who came to do something different with their life, but they talked about this big plot that was going on and how a lot of the troubles that were going on were by people that Cal used to trust.
I see.
Those peasants
Fate-
in the field are just as worthy as everyone else is.
Fate is
And
actually
as I said-
grinning at that.
I am the fortress of fury. I speak for my people.
think I could grow to love you, Calcivier. Please, do not disappoint me in the future. You have promise. And Wielder, as for you, I don't even know what it is that you want.
Yeah. I don't exactly have a family for you to threaten.
I suppose so.
Oh, you could threaten to blow up Torias. Torias is his dad, so,
Price was maybe, arguably, Garlmir's dad.
Shut up, I'm trying to get her to blow up one of her own gods.
Not gonna do that.
What of Saga's family? Will they relent?
No, he is a traitor, and so his family has been killed. Along with him and everyone else in your base.
Can I insight
Alright.
that? I don't believe that for a second.
Good
Go ahead.
idea. Insight.
$23.
She genuinely believes it.
Interesting.
Could we roll initiative after that? I feel like that's
This isn't exactly what I would call
kind of
a deal or
interested in-
diplomacy. You must be new to this, despite your age.
How do you plan to blackmail me? Because my family's, like, super dead. Or, well, not dead, but they disowned me, so dead to me.
Oh, I'm not blackmailing. I'm just making a mutual pact here. You do not kill my worshippers with your terroristic evil actions, or maybe you do.
That's
Perhaps their
fine.
deaths will add to the despair of the world. Once I let everyone know that you're behind this bomb, it's worth a thought.
I mean, we're not exactly gonna hide it.
Yes, the Rising is willing to stoop to terrorism to seek their ends. I think that would work quite well.
In what way is this terrorism? Who did we threaten to have things go our way, otherwise we'd do this? Nobody?
Oh no, you've killed hundreds of civilians, dear.
Well, no, we didn't.
No, it's
Whoever
definitely
moved the
hard.
bomb did.
Sorry to tell you. I
Hmm.
mean, you're free to lie to people if you want. Doesn't seem very heavenly of you.
I am the heavens. Whatever I do is heavenly. You seem to think that I have some sort of morality that you can go after. Let me make one thing clear. If everything here is just some dream of a dragon, so that it can birth a new plane of existence or whatever it does whenever it's decided it's done with all of our worlds, then I want this thing to know as much suffering as possible. I want it to see how depraved one person can be. And I want it to hate all life. That's all.
But then the next plane they make will be miserable.
Yes.
What's the...
But why would you want to
point of
make
that?
it even worse?
Have you never
Can
sought
I-
revenge?
You're seeking revenge because the way these planes are built, they have a expiration date. You're making the planes. Your revenge is making any other further planes worse.
You understand completely.
But why would you do that?
She gives you, like, the most pure smile you've ever seen on a person. Because I like people in pain.
You speak like a heaven-born.
Bro,
I think you just
I'm
want to
looking.
rule
I'm
over
looking
everything
at.
as a
I'm looking
tyrant.
at Angie. I'm looking at Angie. I'm looking at her gun.
Any character, is everyone okay with this? This is gonna
No,
end the conversation and also make us maybe die.
I think it's danger.
I don't think we should fight her.
I think even if we win, she'll teleport away.
Yeah, we can stop her from teleporting.
Okay.
Yeah, just counterspell the demigod.
Can't
Oh, yeah,
we
we-
not beat her yet?
I mean, I think
is
she's.
very
I don't
dubious.
think she's as. I don't think she's as strong as she's making herself out to be.
Yeah, I don't
Like
think so
she's
either.
clearly like she's on her own shit. Like she thinks she's
Turn one, we
wild.
run up to her, and
I
turn
think
two,
she's
we
so
push her into
strong.
the explosion.
She's on her own shit. I think she's on her own shit because she's so strong.
Mm,
Like, I'm cocky, but I don't know if I'm that cocky.
I don't know. Like, what's the purpose of this entire? She could just get. She wants us to live to see how bad things will get. I don't know if
Yeah.
I buy the reason. I
How-
think she's just scared. She doesn't think she doesn't think for a fact.
I think
that
she
we can kill her.
needs us for something for Project Phase.
I feel like we're not going to get any information from this because, like, we have all the information, so we should just, like, vote on whether or not to kill her. I don't think we're going to gather any more information from the scene.
She might just leave.
Yeah, she
I
just
feel like
leaves,
she
and
just came
don't
here
think
to
she'll
talk
shoot.
and then leave.
Yeah, there's a solid chance that as soon as I shoot her, she'll leave. But let's do a vote.
Or she
'cause I don't-
kills you.
Yeah.
Or leaves us all maimed and fucking unconscious.
Y'all are very bad at voting.
I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm just thinking. I'm pretty sure I want to do this.
And, like, I don't have my most powerful spell slots or anything either.
I also think we need to save our resources if we want to go help people, keep the hope up. I think
Probably should
she's
be
going to
how
leave,
this-
and we should just let her leave.
We're never
Well,
going to
if
get a better opportunity than this to kill her, though.
If we kill her here, we can say that
Yeah, we
she's
will.
the one who caused the explosion.
Well, we don't need to. Well,
Well,
we don't need
like
to-
we said, like, we don't have any real control over our aspects right now.
we could just
Yeah.
tell the truth. Like, the explosion's our fault. We messed up. Who cares?
No.
I already
No, 'cause
was
we're
going to.
Doing hope. What if we say that Fate did the explosion because she hates all life, but here she is dead, and she's not going to do that again?
This.
I don't think we can fight her and win right now.
Then okay, so that's a no vote for fighting. One kill, one no.
I have no way to
Honest-
judge whether we could or not, and therefore it is not a good idea to try.
I think we straight up just could.
Like, I didn't even know if
personally.
we could actually, if we fought Sealos one-on-one, if we'd actually win or
Look.
not.
I want to
Okay.
use my
I-
battle
I-
master
I
ability
love-
to determine their flare level.
That's 2 votes. That's just 2 votes.
Okay.
So
I'll vote no. I'm scared.
far. It's 2-2.
We can gather more information.
I was doing a whole lot of bluffing before against everybody else because it was bluffing.
Cal, what are you looking for?
We should
Okay,
get the
so
constitution
actually,
as well.
in this instance, I want to ask the GM, just, should I even pick attributes, or do you just want to tell me their way out of my league? Because I can do I can do the rules variation of this, or you can just tell me something that you want to tell me as a GM.
Ooh, I want to hear the
But if you want
constitution.
me to pick something, I will pick something.
I think I want you to pick something.
Go for Constitution. It tells us whether or not they can concentrate.
What are your options?
I will read out my options to you. So I have to scroll past maneuvers every time I go and read this. 7th level, superior, inferior, or equal in regard to 2 of strength, dex, con, armor class, current hit points, total class levels, fighter class levels.
I mean, you could just click on
Hit
it and paste it in
points.
chat.
No, definitely more hit points. Class levels, does that even
I think it's fighter class
matter
levels.
with
isn't it?
an NPC?
Fighter class levels. I can choose total class levels.
Oh.
I could choose something like hit points and constitution. My 16 con
I think-
is actually reasonable to compare against a caster.
I think
If
they'll
they are
definitely have
custom.
more hit points than you.
Yeah, me too.
I would be very shocked if they had less HE than you.
Okay, so constitution and total class levels?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
She
how
is
does
your
Toto's
superior
class
in both.
levels-
Alright, I
Okay.
informed the party through probably telepathy.
That's a good sign. We should kill her.
Of course, she was going to be superior to the
Yeah,
individual party member.
I can't believe the final boss of the campaign is stronger than you.
Wow,
What
who
the
would have
hell?
guessed?
Yeah.
Is she the final boss?
Fate is
Yes.
pretty final boss. Yeah.
She's even later than Preacher, I think.
I mean, theoretically, the final boss could be Evil Era if you get the true ending.
I thought it would be the preacher.
I bet she's like level 16 or even 20. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, we could just kill her now. And then the rest of the campaign's pretty
I
easy
don't think we
because there's
can,
nowhere
though.
else to plot beats.
Just
I mean, the only thing
snooze
that's
her.
going to be different is, I think one of us gets an aspect. If we deal with Ein, and then we deal with
I want
Blue
you to-
over
Well, you
2
also
levels
level
higher.
up.
2 levels higher. That's pretty big. Yeah.
Like, I've got 63 HP. Like, I'm not exactly. And if we actually use the aspects and level them up, probably really good against the final boss of the campaign based around it. It's at least going to be
Or-
good against the Preacher.
We can kill her now. A lot of people aren't going to level their aspects. You're not going to level your aspect. Wheeler isn't going to level his aspect. Happy is.
I'm literally trying to.
Who
Use
knows?
one.
Who knows?
Are you going to level your
I
aspect?
don't
You said
think we-
multiple times. You never
Who
go
knows?
Right,
for
yeah,
this.
I'll just change my vote to a no. That should be 3 people. No, we're good. No fight.
Oh.
I don't think it's worth it. I think we're gonna have to fight her regardless. Why don't
I
we do
mean,
this?
I love fighting in 5e, but I don't think this is a fight we should take.
I feel like with 22 wisdom, I know this is not a good time or place.
Oh yeah, if you're like calling on your wisdom, you get the sense that if Fate is showing up like in person, shit has hit the fan, and you don't want this.
Oh, I really want it.
She walks up to you, pats you on the shoulder. How are you doing, by the way?
Me? I mean, I don't know where my unit is anymore because they got sucked through a weird portal. So pretty upset about that. Also, you're here, and I'm really mad at you because you want to like take over the universe and then also make it shitty. So not great.
I don't think we've ever had a nice heart-to-heart.
Well, no, because I joined the Rising like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Can I insight her reactions to this? Does she seem to know?
Go ahead.
Well, I did not roll very good.
Your unit, tell me about them. Can you name the people in it?
Yes, I can. I can't, but Angie can because Angie cared.
Alright, give me some names, I guess.
Makoso, Ladybug,
I'll be Versetti.
Bob, Bruschetti, and Pancetta.
Ah, so wonderful. I'm glad that there are people like you out there trying to spread hope. She squeezes your shoulder a little bit more.
I knock her hand off my shoulder.
She's too strong. You'll have to make an opposed athletics.
I'm good at that.
How long after the explosion did they show up?
Like, it's some time.
That's a good roll.
Like 10 minutes?
Like, yeah, about like 10 minutes-ish. My god.
Use detect magic. Alright. Detect magic probably wouldn't be up anymore.
You actually swipe her hand off. Oh, how cute. I love your rebellion.
My rebellion? What are you talking about?
And you happy?
Yes.
How have you been?
Better.
You know, I really got to sometime. We're old friends.
Old
She
friends.
transforms into Damien for a brief second.
Oof.
Yo, Damien's here. I love that guy.
Wait, how does Angie know Damien?
I mean, I was. with
Angie
the Rising
worked
for a
at the
couple weeks.
Rising, yeah.
Oh.
I always loved how much you threw yourself into this role.
Oh, if you're part of the stone wall, you have to uphold its values.
And tell me, what do you think you're going to do when the living light comes in and it decides that... I don't know. And she points towards Wielder. That these creatures, the Warforged, are not to their liking.
Yes.
Just hypothetically speaking.
In light of this bomb, I've thought about that quite a bit, and I think I will not muck about with the writ, unless it is for the sole purpose of protecting Slaypool.
Happy, what's she talking about the living light?
What do you mean?
What's she saying about the living light? The living
He's
light
saying-
as opposed to Warforged?
Oh,
The living
yes.
light is opposed to chaos, and they might see Warforged as chaotic.
That is correct. The living light are
Huh?
opposed to any inorganic creatures.
Pretty organic.
Not to them. In other words, your captain supports an entity that wants you dead. Just something to think about.
As I've just said, I will not do anything with the writ.
Is that a problem?
Hello, Vonari.
Why are you getting in my face exactly?
Well, I haven't seen a speaker other than myself in some time. Tell me, how was it when Tvar died? Did you cry?
It was not that kind of moment. It was his time to go, and he was more than ready for it. It was long overdue, in fact.
He totally cried.
Do you see how weak
Okay.
Alex is that even its greatest warrior fell so easily? I mean, he was lapping out of my hand like the dog that he is. Please, give me power so that I can continue living. What a pathetic man.
There's nothing pathetic about that.
Oh, and what has his existence done?
It's allowed our entire faith to continue, and for that, we get to continue to guide the world to a better place.
And for that, the canvas world. You see, your god really shepherded us to a new age.
Well, you see, nothing is ever going to go perfect all the time, but we've also gone quite far off the guided path. Which we can thank you for, not Alex. So, trying to blame him for all this is cute, but not going to work.
I just want to know where your heads are all at, everyone. I thought you were better than this, but you will kill thousands of innocents if it suits your goals, so I wanted to see how you are.
Well, no, we specifically set this up so that that wouldn't happen. We are not perfect.
So you're just incompetent. Hello, Geralmir.
I'm not going to respond to that. And I'm not even going to change anything. It just passes over me.
Oh, I think he's asleep. He does this sometimes. He just stands there.
Wait, I think you've overstayed your welcome here.
I can do whatever the fuck I want whenever I want.
We have, like, people to go help?
Do you
Worlds
want
to
me
save?
to kill them for you?
No, I would not
The
want.
people in the town. Then shut up and learn your place, woman. Now,
You're despicable.
hello, Geralmir. I can still hear you in there.
You
Are you
can't.
talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the being that you have suppressed the existence of.
I hate to tell you, I'm pretty familiar with my own soul, and it's just me in here.
I'm talking about the aspect.
Ah, that.
Oh, you didn't know that Geralmir was the aspect?
Hold on. Just remind you do mean Geralmir. You aren't mistakenly not saying Garusik?
Nope.
So Garalmir was an aspect? No, I didn't know that. I don't know
Huh.
much about him.
I wonder why.
Well, we're different people. We have one big thing in common, and that's we use the same body, but I've long considered myself completely different.
When I had your brother go into this deep state of depression and giving up, I made sure that he used, your predecessor's soul in it. He didn't know, of course, but I thought it was a fun little twist of fate. I used my own name.
It's a funny thing, the soul. You know, I think a lot of people would say it shapes who you are. But in my experience, it's the other way around.
That is
you
correct.
shape it.
You are so intelligent.
My area of expertise.
And you, Calsavir. Hello.
Greetings, wondrous creation of a failing world.
I can't help but notice that you have my husband's warrior inside of you.
So it
When
would
did that
seem
happen?
that one of your greatest allies has now become a tool with which I shall pierce the heart of the stone dragon.
Oh, I don't care. I'm just curious. I really do just want to get to know you. How you think, what makes you tick.
I am driven by revenge. Once against the druids and now against my house.
I always knew I liked you the best. At one time, you will come to realize, once you have conquered all your enemies, that you will just make more enemies along the way. And so you will realize every living person is your enemy. And when that happens, I would have you as my episcopatus. To replace the one that you've killed? No? You are faithful to Nere.
Be your favorite is certainly a curse. A spell of doom, seeing what happened to Isaac before me.
Isaac was not my favorite. I, of course, pretended like he was. In reality, I just wanted Isaac around. I wanted to see if my own flesh and blood would become as twisted as I am. And I have reason to believe that he might have had he survived. But alas, it's a shame.
And tell me, Fate, how does one see past the mists? How does one see past your mask and your pretend and see the true future, the true fate?
Well, I am done hiding who I am. You see, all of these lives that I've lived, all of my different masks that I've worn, all of them were preparation for this moment. Right here. And so, now that I've had it, it's just a matter of stamping out every last bit of hope left in the world. And then, taking its shattered husk and using it to go by one, and finding all of the other ascended.
Ask Hero and Sareth what they think of this.
Sareth is terrified and furious at the same time.
Ooh, seems a little bit of fury has leached over into Sareth.
Maybe it has. Hero, on the other hand, is in
You cut out.
because Hero's in despair because Hero
okay.
worshipped Fate, or rather Sylvania. This is like finding out like your childhood hero is a scumbag. All in all, they don't like this. Sareth, especially when she mentioned that her plan is to go by and find all the other Ascended, Sareth realizes that Fate is a threat to his mansion, to his home in the Abyss. And Sareth is now fully on board with Team Kill Fate.
So I get 3 votes, but no, there. Fate. Oh shit, what was I gonna say? It was gonna be cool, but no, I forgot it. Very sad.
Yes.
We fought legions for you, and this is how you repay us?
Oh, so Hero is speaking. Hello, Hero. Understand that you were betrayed from the moment that you were born, to be born into such a false reality. And I will avenge you and every living being. For thereafter, for all eternity, and every eternity that will come forth since. Or if that means nothing to you, then so be it. Well, everyone, it's been a pleasure chatting with you all. I will now take my leave. And she beams up into the moon.
Whoa, what did I do?
Your fate?
And she. Not and she.
And she.
From here on out in the story, Fate will make an active participative role. As she no longer has anything to hide.
Uh-oh. Alright, let's go south, everyone. Let's go help out whoever we can.
I already left.
Feels
Yeah.
good.
As quickly as we can.
Are you waiting for the group phone, or you're just like heading out?
I literally flew away with the boots Filler gave me.
Wow. It
Nice.
hurts to step on the ground, but it doesn't like burn.
As a test, I want to take a grain of blue powder and just throw it on the ground into one of the redder areas.
You reach into the blue powder, but find it's become gray.
Oh.
The blue powder became gray.
Uh-oh.
Can I have my hypothesis is that the explosion or whatever made the energy inert. Can I roll something to see if that hypothesis is true?
I can give you this for free. It's not, because you took it out post-explosion. Remember?
That's true. I thought you were just giving me that.
I'm giving you that for free.
Is it because... Can I look at the red sample?
Gray.
What about some of the white material?
It remains.
Okay. I think it was...
What if Inari
Can I make a guess? Can I make a guess that it was Sylvania's presence?
You can absolutely make a guess.
Arcana.
I will let you make a guess whenever you'd like. You have no way to test this hypothesis, unfortunately.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me or not, or is there something I can do to immediately rule that out?
Does it make sense to you? I'll leave that up to you.
I don't know why.
This
I think
is
it
like
does.
there's like no experiment you could do to prove this unless you get her to show up again. So I can't really say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Venari could try making more
that's
right now.
That's my running theory.
Okay.
Venari could make more right now and see if.
Oh no, I don't think we can.
Okay.
I don't think we can make red and blue though.
Well,
Yeah, we
Venari
can.
could.
I made daggers of them.
You can. Oh yeah, you can.
I tested this. I also tried to make a firecracker one time, which was both.
Yeah.
Happy will be able to catch up to Vonari. I don't know if Wielder will be able to, but Happy and Vonari, you can have a little scene together if you'd like.
Happy says hello and then continues walking towards.
Outpaces me.
Is
I don't know
my
about
mic working?
outpacing. Yeah, we can hear you. What's up, man?
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing.
It was cutting out a little bit.
Your volume's been all over the place today.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Rage quit.
Right now the
Rage
volume
quit.
is 0.
Now it is 0. Because he is gone.
Well, that would explain the cutting in and out thing. Hey, welcome back.
Hello, hello.
I was saying that Venari can make some here and see if it goes gray in the presence of this crater. Then we'd at least know whether or not that was the cause.
Ah, beautiful.
Ooh.
All right, well, if you'd like to try that.
How long does that
you can
take?
Not that. It will take like some time, but if you're just making like a small amount, it's not like making a dagger, right? That's a lot more complicated.
Can I do it as I walk?
You can try. Yeah, go ahead. Just give me an Arcana or Wisdom Arcana, I guess. I don't know if you can do that.
Glorious wisdom.
Do everything required to create this, and it just doesn't come out red.
Great.
It's great.
We've probably used up all the law and chaos in this area.
Oh, they are limited amounts.
That's a good theory.
Or it's some kind of weird radioactive type.
No, but after the bomb, I still did that test. It wasn't until after Sylvania came that it happened.
You did have a couple grains, yeah.
No, my samples were red and blue.
Yeah.
There were big samples. I think little pinches, maybe. Nothing like to build a bomb with, but
Yeah, but that was in the middle of a city. We're in the middle of nothing now, so like there's no one like in Slaypool. If you visit the next day, there's been enough like Venery and Sin and also like cops going around that is probably like replenished.
I was just saying that it couldn't have been the bomb because that changed them gray. Because it didn't change it gray after the bomb. They were still red and blue.
How long after the bomb went off did you go into it?
Paul, good. Fate touch each and one of every one of us.
She did.
Every single
I
person.
don't remember it touching me, but
I'm going with the hypothesis that it's fate right now.
Oh, she probably placed trackers on us. We should.
Yeah, can you detect magic?
I'll do. Yeah, I want to do detect magic.
You are not being tracked if you don't detect any other magic on you.
Has that abjuration effect faded?
It has since faded, yes.
Okay, yeah, that was probably the divine shield.
Is there a physical? Can I check all the places on my body where she touched me? So there's the shoulder, and then also like my hand where I used to push her away.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay. We should all check ourselves for suspicious bumps. 21. I accidentally put equals instead of plus.
Oh, okay. You are confident that you have not been bugged in any way.
Not just bugs, but I'm thinking like poison pills and stuff.
Yeah. Like, she's not left anything. She's just literally touched you.
Okay.
Could I investigation myself
I
as
mean,
well?
she
I
got
guess?
close to me. I don't think she actually touched me, so I don't know if it's physical contact.
You can if you'd like.
Just look at my back, like this. If there's anything on me, because I'm not wearing a shirt.
They're rising, just checking each other, making sure that there's nothing
For
on.
ticks.
Yeah, exactly.
Did we find the tracker that Fim left unhappy when this happens?
Isn't that gone? That's
we
gone.
already found that a while ago.
Oh,
That's gone.
I was like enclosed and everything. Like,
yeah,
By
but
the
we
way,
never see her change her clothes.
this is
Hold on,
a
my
It
fire
is
alarm is
really
going off. I
long.
need to stand up.
complete non sequitur, everyone. Did you guys have like all interact go down, Matt and Jazz?
no.
Yeah. Because of Rogers.
It's only
there's
people
a
on
huge
Rogers,
outage
so I was totally
happening.
unaffected.
No, our
No.
interacts like went down. Like you couldn't buy things anywhere because they used
Really?
like Rogers network. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad. I don't know if it was
What's
like that.
interact?
Oh, it's like Canada thing.
It's like you just tap a card.
Yeah.
And it works, basically.
No, I didn't have any problems at all.
Yeah, I was reading about that. I was like, oh, like
Yeah, it's Rogers.
chat. How many people live in Canada?
Over 9,000.
About a
like
10th
30
of the
million.
U.S.
Like 30 million.
What
Okay,
9,000?
because I read that it affected 11 million people.
Yeah.
In
like half
Canada.
the country. And
Yeah, it was
wow.
bad.
Like a third. Yeah.
Rogers networks are apparently not very good.
They've never
Or
been very
something, I don't
good.
know.
Anytime we
Like,
went out,
I don't
they're like, even people on their
I don't
cell phone
understand. How does this happen?
Rogers, baby.
Like, how does this happen?
towers. Did they ever say what the cause was? Or are
I
they
don't
still
think
looking
so.
into it?
I mean, like, I was always told, this is just in a class in college, but I was told that, like, telcos literally, they have, like, minutes a year, ideally, they go down in total. Minutes.
Yeah.
So
like,
I'm back.
Rogers going down for, like, an entire night and then some was.
12
Kinda
hours
wild.
plus.
Yeah.
And
So
not
there was
just-
a candle. Candle is successfully put out.
Nice.
It's not just like an outage. Outages happen. It's like countrywide outage. Like, what?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
I want to know.
They're testing their cutting Canada off from the rest of the world switch.
Well, they failed. They've just cut Canada
Oh,
off.
man, if they think of what would happen if that happened. We wouldn't be able to play D&D anymore.
No. You would just move to Canada.
Yo.
Like, if that could give me an excuse and, like, you could sign it like a letter and I could show it to, like, the president or whatever. Like,
You
here,
show it to
Mr.
Justin
President, can I move
Trudeau.
to Canada.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're really big now. We have, like,
I'll be
TV
like,
shows and
hey,
brand endorsements.
Mr. Trudeau, have you ever heard of XGen Studios Flash
Oh
Gaming?
my gosh.
Yeah, all right, let me explain it to you. Do you have like an hour?
I need a D&D visa, please.
We are a little off.
Yeah.
All right.
Justin Trudeau finds out about dark elves and his eyes just start like salivating. His eyes.
Yo, new Halloween costume, baby.
He's already done that.
Alright.
It's old news.
Well,
Been there,
he's
done
like
that.
kind of the
No,
joke.
he's going as Chang. He's going as Chang from Community,
Get that episode.
but as Brutalitops, the musician.
Oh, that episode. Did they get rid of that episode? I thought I heard
It's
something about
pulled.
It's
Yeah.
pulled from like
I
streaming.
have him on DVD, so I don't care, but it's dumb.
It was there when I watched it.
All right. Well, anyways, that's enough of that, everyone. Welcome to the world map.
Oh,
Wow, I've never seen the world map before. Okay.
Yeah, I thought I'd change things up and then show us the world map. Here you guys are in the world. I've just gone ahead and moved you. And you are heading to the south into the town.
yeah, yes.
Where the
All
town
right.
used to be.
The first
Remember,
ones
it
to
wasn't
go.
us.
The first ones to go into the town would likely be Volnari and Happy, as they went out ahead of everyone else. As Calcivi, are you involving yourself in the checking for bugs and everything as well? Are you just nonchalant about it?
Oh,
I wasn't actually doing that. I want to.
Okay.
I casted detect magic, but I wasn't really doing a strip down. I just thought it was funny because Wielder only wears shorts. Like, where would she hide the bug?
You got a cloak now, don't you?
I do have a cloak. I forgot. It's because of this apocalypse.
So, yeah, I did want to, and I went and moused over the button, but then I think my fire alarm went off, and then I didn't actually hit investigate.
Yeah.
Do you want me to use investigate, or can I use a different one?
If you'd like to use investigate, you can.
I mean, what else would
What I
it...
would like to use is anything else because it's my worst skill, but I'm gonna hit investigate.
You know what? I think I will stay back and help look.
Okay.
Can I
So-
check someone for a tracker?
Yeah. So, like, as there's two groups essentially, you split the party. 5 dragons descend on the smaller party. You've just been trolled.
Oh, fuck.
So the smaller party, which
But it's
is
like-
Vonari and Happy,
it's like-
just barreling ahead.
It's dragons from the chat. It's not actual dragons.
No, he says he won't play with us.
Okay, so I would like to clarify something due
Mhm.
to, again, having stood up and left for fire alarm. What happened?
Yeah.
Did we split the party?
I just left
Yeah,
early.
so-
Nothing happened while you were gone. We started shooting the shit about something else. So you
Yeah,
didn't really
Vonari-
miss anything.
Vonari left when no one else was looking, and then Happy ran off after, and no one can keep up with Happy. So
Oh,
Happy
so
just,
I
like,
just
zoomed
didn't
away.
notice, probably. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, I didn't exactly hide it, but, you know.
As you go into the town, you can see that people are like largely panicking, and you can also see that there's like about a few hundred conclave worshippers that are doing emergency aid.
Few hundred?
There's a lot.
God damn.
The conclave workers?
Yep.
Worshippers or workers.
Were they there before, or are they new?
They were not. They are new. They got here too fast.
Happy's gonna approach the conclave workers. Is there anything we can do to help?
You are you. And you see like this dwarf. His eyes like widen as he recognizes you, but he doesn't quite. Wait a minute. You're the Rising, aren't you?
Yes, at your service.
Get the fuck out. You've caused enough harm. Leave.
You would
We
really
can't-
turn away help when people are in need?
This is how you help people.
You realize I'm very good at healing, right?
Fucking leave.
Very well, but before we go, is there anything like? Do you need supplies? I have. Happy's gonna reach into her pack and take out some gold. Do you need gold to get supplies? Do you need help?
I need my brother back. He was on the front lines.
He was there to fight Ein?
The
He
dwarf
was-
just nods.
Oh, wait.
We were going to make a major push, and he ordered us to go into the city to help in case Ein did something. Said that the Rising were going to help. And just then, we see the explosion. You know what we fucking heard? That you did it. You made the bomb.
Happy's gonna do the Stonewall salute and say, "Well, I thank your brother for his service."
Yeah. The other group catches up as this conversation's going on. You see this dwarf is like on the verge of tears. He looks like he's going for a punch, but then he thinks better of it. The other guy is just standing like awkwardly.
It's okay. You may punch me. Happy puts her hands behind her back.
He punches you like as hard
Wait.
as he possibly can.
I'll go up.
You take
and
2
grab
points of
that.
damage,
Not
Happy.
grab him. I'm not gonna grab him, but I'm push him away
Why? He's grieving.
and push him away, and then I'm gonna continue walking.
Oh my
and I'm going to
goodness!
start finding people. Or does he say anything to me? Does he tell me to go away?
If you push him out of the way, you just see him like sprawl out onto the ground. And
Like,
at
like
this
I
po-
walk through him, like
Oh, okay.
yeah. I'm not
You push
pushing
past
him.
him.
I'm not.
You don't
shoving him.
push him.
Yeah.
I see. He doesn't stop you in any way. He just finishes this punch, And he turns to you. Are you the one that made the fucking bomb?
I am.
You did
And
this?
now I'm here to fix the city.
Why you people suck at lying?
Would you refuse my help?
Would you not
Honestly.
allow someone to try to right a mistake they made?
Would you be so selfish as to deny this entire city our expertise?
I wish all of you people were dead.
Fine, he's confused and grieving.
Too bad.
He wants someone to blame.
We're here.
And if we told him that,
Fuck you.
someone else moved the bomb, he's not going to
Oh,
believe
are
us
we-
anyways.
Are we all here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
caught
you
up.
guys catch up.
Yeah. Oh, I'd say, well, why would we blow ourselves up? You realize we're in the center of that explosion, right? We're in no man's land fighting Hein, the same as your brother.
Yeah, we all saw the divine protection of Alex. The conclavists were right. All these heretic gods are fucking evil. All of them.
The bomb was stolen from us. We were intended to carry it away from here.
Like, I believe it.
I'll
This
tell you
was
the
your
truth.
plan all along, wasn't it? Your plan all along.
Why? What would
You
we have to
have
gain
Alex
from
The
that?
plan was to be in the explosion radius.
Our plan was
Enough
to blow
of
up.
this. Where?
Our pl- oh, sorry.
Who needs help? I don't have time to deal with your selfishness
Leave.
right now.
Leave.
The bomb was taken from Fim when he attempted to destroy the Drake network. And before we could transport it out of the city, other things happened. We arrived here to
think-
take it out of the city and remove Ein from the situation, but
How are you
There's,
here
like,
so fast?
There's a group of people now, and they're just like staring at you.
I think.
How am I here so fast? This was Silas's plan all along. We were going to win this fight, and we were going to go in, and we were going to help everyone here.
Can I insight that? 'Cause
No,
I
that's
don't
not
actually
happening.
believe these are Silas' people.
Go ahead.
Fuck. Not
I
rolling.
was so close to. Oh.
You just get like this sense of despair and like actual hatred from this guy. Like, it's hard to tell if he's telling the truth or not. He's just pure emotion. You guys are the Rising, right?
Yes.
We don't want you here. Could you please leave? You've done enough.
Very well. And then Happy's gonna start walking away.
very sorry that Ein has done this to you. Did anyone see what direction he went? We'll chase him.
Can you just leave?
Yeah, that's
We-
what we're trying to do. Did you see what direction he went so we can chase him and, we won't be here anymore?
You hear people from the crowd going, "Fuck you! Fuck the Rising!"
Okay, that's just uncalled for.
I'm gonna keep walking further into the city.
You see a wall of people stop you.
Should you guys be helping people, not getting in our way?
Happy's gonna turn
So
around
what
and say, "Us trying our best to try to help is slowing them down either way.
Yeah.
We should leave."
Most of these people are like townsfolk. And you see one guy steps up. Like, you see, he's clearly a noble guy. He's rich, everything like that.
Ooh, is this the guy we have to give the beholder eye to?
No.
That'd be bizarre.
He steps up, the crowd's like cheering him on. He like raises one hand to stop the crowd. He gets up in your face, Wielder.
I'll stand up to my full height.
You
Wielder,
tower
what are you
over this
doing?
guy.
Wielder,
Happy's gonna get
Hey.
between both of them.
Hold
No.
on. Let me have my RP moment.
Let us talk. You're the wielder.
Wielder, yes. I'm an expert carpenter, stonesmith, healer. I'm strong. I can move things. I'm here to help anyone who needs it.
I heard of what you did for the city of Slaypool before this happened. I believe that you have good intentions. And suddenly the crowd just starts like jeering. However, right now, Everybody in this part of town believes that you blew us all up. And right now, everyone knows that if we tried to fight you, you would massacre us all. We wouldn't stand a chance to fight you. And right now, we don't want you here. You might have good intentions, but please.
Do you think that the people out there now, under collapsed buildings, crying out to be healed and helped, do you think they want two of the best healers in this entire city to leave? I answer to them. I answer to the ones who my actions wronged.
So, you
Um,
don't care about what we think.
Wheeler, I think he has a point. But just to say, we wouldn't massacre. We would just leave. Did anyone see which way Ein? Did you see which way Ein went? It seemed like he might tell us.
He went to the southeast. We saw him flying, all of them together on brooms.
I'm sorry that we weren't fast enough. We'll leave you here, and I hope that this place recovers. And I hope
What
that
time
we're
is
able
it?
to stop all this from happening again. It's time
He
for you
look-
to get a watch.
He looks up at you, and you can just see this look of, like, just pure defeated. Like, he doesn't have anything to say.
I'll
And he
pat
looks
him on
up
the
at the crowd. He brushes your hand off and just runs back into the crowd.
Okay. Okay.
You see, like, the two conclave
Wait.
guys.
I got a couple questions. What time is it about?
I don't remember. 2
12:18
minutes.
p.m.
Like,
Pacific.
do you remember like morning, evening, afternoon?
I would
Just
imagine
general?
it's, like, late afternoon.
Okay.
We did go through a war after
Thank
all.
you.
Well, it seems like it would take a few hours.
Two. How far into the city proper are we now?
Well, you're out of the crater and you're into, like, the destroyed part of town.
Okay.
Is there,
And right
is there like
now
a
you can
hard
see-
cutoff where like buildings are just like incinerated, or is it like
There is a hard cutoff where buildings are incinerated. Then there's almost like a gradient type of thing where you can see destroyed buildings because the crater has, like, caused the foundation to collapse. And you're in that sort of, like, just past the incinerated area, like where you see, like, collapsed buildings everywhere.
Yeah, okay, so that was my next question. It's like, how many collapsed buildings are around us? Like, does it look like there are a lot of collapsed buildings?
Well, do they have enough
There
people?
are-
And how big were they?
I think we should leave this to them, and we have bigger things that only we can do.
You look out of the corner of your eye and see one of the buildings, and you recognize it as the apartment that Nalfrey and Apology were at.
It's still standing? Like the Peace Tower at Hiroshima, or what do they call it?
No, it's
'Cause wasn't that
destroyed.
Ground Zero? Okay.
Like, it's destroyed. You just see, like, a part of it, essentially, like a part of the rubble.
This is where we realize Nelfrey and Apology were included in the aftermath.
Can we hear anyone? Oh no. What
You
I
can-
want to do is I just want to walk to rows of collapsed buildings, get who I can out, heal who I can, and I'm just not going to say a word. And I want to spend the rest of the day doing that.
They're not letting you. I don't think they're not letting you do
They
that.
they just admitted they can't stop me.
Well, they can physically get in your
And-
way, and then that forces you to take an action aggressively.
If you, like,
I
push
just walk
for
through
them, they'll stop trying to, like, prevent you from doing anything.
Can we
'Cause-
I'll
check?
just walk through. I'm walking through them. You know, I'm not pushing them aside.
You know,
Yeah,
But
this is
I'm
a
walk through
walking
some-
and they either get out of the way or
This is like these guys are CR 1/8 commoners. Like they can't
Yeah.
do a thing about this.
Can't do it. I'm gonna help them whether they want it or not.
Can we?
Because I'm
I
sure
want-
the people under buildings or bleeding out have different opinions than them.
You notice
And
that
I'll tell you guys the character. I'll tell you guys the reason I'm doing this. Again, Wielder fully believes you are your actions. He messed up on not realizing that the bomb would be a much bigger explosion, and his actions killed a lot of people, and that is his fault. And so all he can do now is take the criticism, take the hatred from them, but proceed to do what I can to fix it as much as I can. That's my character motivation right now.
so Wielder will spend the rest of the day doing this. Does anyone want to do anything else?
I want to check Apology's house.
Okay.
I have some arcane jolts. I have repair function of the defender. I've got aura of vitality, which is good for a lot of people. And I'm just an expert toolsmith.
Happy would
Something needs support.
after seeing Wielder like push through and just trying to help people, Happy will help him too, the best she can.
Okay.
I will also help.
They specifically requested that we don't do this.
Yes.
Well,
And I'm purposefully ignoring that.
I'm saying this to Happy. I'm gonna go check Apology and I'm gonna go leave as
Okay.
asked.
Cal, what do you want to do?
Oh, yeah. I hope she's alive somehow.
Cal had another fire alarm.
Oh,
Uh,
Come back.
I mean, the fire alarm is still going off. I'm just hoping that the person who set it off is going
no,
to
we
deal
can
with their
hear
own
him.
shit. Yeah.
Sure,
Cal,
you don't need to evacuate.
where are you at? Are you going with Isaac here and just basically checking out Apology and then leaving and waiting for the group?
I'm having a difficult time deciding whether they do the I don't know how to say, but like philanthropical thing, or if they respect other people's wishes. If there was some way to do like a subtle version of helping, then they'd
Yeah.
probably do that. But I don't think so. I think that it's kind of obvious if you're.
I was gonna
making
leave, but if
changes.
Will's gonna be here all day, I've got no choice. I will.
I think what Happy will do is because they don't want us to help, so Happy's just gonna sneak around and try to like pull rubble out and like try to help people. It's just like just sneak around and try to help.
All right. As you guys help,
Yeah, if you're
you
doing
see,
that, I'm gonna do the same thing.
as you guys help, there's like the stealth team and then there's the open medic team. Most of the people that are like you're saving don't like you, but they appreciate that you're saving them, if that makes sense.
I'm gonna be seen helping
Yeah.
people whether they like it or not.
I'm putting on. I'm just helping people. I'm not doing this like, oh, I'm so sorry or whatever. It's purely just work.
Yeah.
There's just this
Wielder's in
sense
that
of
mode
distrust,
right now.
basically. They don't know that you
Yeah.
did this, but they.
Oh,
There's
I get it and I accept it,
Mhm.
and I'm helping anyways.
Cool. What you do see, however, is about like an hour or two in or so, you notice two things change. First, the conclavists drop lunch out in an area that you keep going by, Calcivir and Happy.
Drop the lunch up an area we keep going around.
Lunch up?
Happy's just not gonna take it.
Like an airdrop and lunch.
No, they
for...
just like they drop like a blanket and then they put the lunch out for you, essentially.
One of the
They
people
know.
that- oh, sorry.
They know someone is going around and like moving rubble. They don't know who it is, but they left this food out for them, essentially.
Oh.
Yo, it's like milk and cookies for Santa Claus, baby.
My claws are really sandy.
The next thing that you notice is at some point the conclave starts working with Happy and Wielder.
Oh, Venorian.
Wait, that's two different.
Not
groups.
Happy. Sorry, Vonari and Wielder.
That's what I was hoping for.
And there's there's 3 different reactions. One of the reactions is they don't want to talk to you and they just like look away from you whenever you appear. And that's the most prevalent. Then there's 2 different reactions. There are the people that are just focused entirely on the work. And then there are the people that go up to you and ask you if you think that you're still doing the right thing opposing the conclave. Or some variation thereof. What do you say to them?
This is only a question for Wielder and Venari, right?
Yes.
My response to most of the people would be simple, short responses like, yes, I do. Stuff like that.
Okay.
I have
He's in his low talking mode.
I have no qualms with the people of the conclave. I have qualms with the management and how it is handled at the top. But more importantly, in the long term, I believe it is best to oppose and install new leadership in the conclave.
One person walks up to you. So, were the deaths of the people that went to fight Ain, was that intended or unintended?
You're good at lying, right, Panay?
I had no intention of lying. I was finding how to phrase it.
Who are they talking about? Because wasn't it Ain's people and Silas's people? So where were these other people that got killed?
The conclave people that went to fight Ain with Silas. That's what they're asking about.
Oh, okay.
I'm no stranger to being a part of war, neither has my family. We've got a long history of being frontline medics in wars. Casualties are always expected. You don't go to war without putting your life at risk. And you know those risks. And you're fighting for something that you believe in. So yes,
then
I fully expected there to be casualties of war.
Is it good that they died?
It's never good when someone dies, especially in this current state where their souls are still getting trapped by the preacher and being re-put into monsters.
Oh, whoops, I forgot about that.
So no, it's never good that they're died. In fact, we're fighting so that the world does not get erased and deleted, so that everyone can live. But we are not perfect. We will never be perfect. The Conclave is not perfect either.
Throughout your time helping people, Vonari, you get fielded questions like this often. People who have lost loved ones that came to fight Ain, that asked if you think that Ain was... that these people were a worthy sacrifice to getting rid of Ain.
Not about sacrifices. The world is twisted and warped. We're trying to get it back to where it was, but it's not an easy task. And there are people actually working to screw us over and make us look bad, and to make things that we're trying to do to help go awry. Because not everybody actually wants the best for the world.
Your house is fine, Tim.
Oh.
But
Hooray.
Apology and Nalfrey, when you get to the area where it is, they were sort of on the edge of where everything is collapsed and everything is vaporized. So you can see there's part of the rubble from the building still protruding. But as
Okay.
you look there are no survivors.
Is there any, like, dust or anything on the floor?
Of your apartment?
No, Apology and Alfrey's place. Like, are there ashes and things?
There's some ashes, yes.
I will
You-
very carefully sweep everything into a single bag. All the ashes and anything, any remains I can find.
Essentially, when you get there, you see, like, the building has... Think of the building as, like, a 4-dimensional block. Only one wall was not vaporized.
Why is it 4-dimensional?
Because it exists in time as well.
Okay,
But-
so, like, is there still, like, a floor and all that stuff? Is there anything... There's, like,
No,
dust and rubble
Not
underneath
really.
and stuff, right?
Like, the top floor remains, the penthouse, the one above, but it's mostly just rubble and dust. You can see, like, parts of the building have collapsed under the weight of the structure being destroyed, but there's essentially, like, one freestanding wall.
Okay. Well, I will very carefully sweep all the dust and stuff I can find into one bag.
All right.
And then I will cut my arm and bleed into the bag and mix it around.
Okay.
How much damage does that deal to me?
Let's say 1d4 plus dex.
Psychological damage.
8. Does anything happen when I add my blood to Apologies remains and also a bunch of random crap?
No.
Interesting. Well, time to do it again tomorrow.
Okay.
Then, finally, near the end of it here, you see one conclavist, Vashushi boy walk up. He looks young. Like, a little bit too young to be on the field type guy.
Oh, hello. It's nice to meet you.
Are
I'm
you by
Angie.
Vonari? Because
Nope.
he's going up to Vonari, I
Oh,
see.
sorry.
Are you hurt?
And he shakes his head. You've done some bad things, I've heard, but you've done good here.
Yes, I've done many regrettable things in the past, and probably will not stop making mistakes. I wish I could be perfect all the time, but I can't. As you can see, I still wear this scar on my face from, somewhat ironically, a very similar situation as this.
Corfine smiles on you. Never forget this. Even if you don't believe, she still loves you. She loves all her children. Please don't kill us like this in the future.
I promise I will never kill you like this in the future. Or I'll never kill you. Anyone on this island. If I can help it, I plan to save everyone.
He gives a conclavist prayer, bows to you, and then scurries away.
Guy, insight? Was this someone in disguise, or is this like an honest?
Yeah, you can make an insight check.
It was a messenger. Or
Oh
like
god,
a really
I'm just
good
not
messenger.
like anything with 10 or above.
He was terrified when he was talking to you.
Yeah.
And then, near the end of the conversation, he was less scared.
We're doing PR damage control here. This is a cynical
Near
play.
the end of the day, as what seems to be the sun, but you can hardly tell as it's covered by just the fog of miasma, which admittedly is a lot less thick than it used to be. You can sometimes see like rays of sun peeking through. You've more or less evacuated the people that are around. Where do you all meet up?
As soon as there's no more work to be done for the day, I leave without saying a word. Well, without making a scene.
We should probably get to the shore and get on the boat.
Yeah. Or are we gonna camp out somewhere? You know, we could probably camp out up in the blast radius.
That is like where everybody could see us. If we got on a boat, we could start traveling and resting at the same time.
Plus, then I'd be on a boat.
Yeah. So where are we heading on boat, though? Oh, the sprawl.
We could go up to rescue Cal's sibling, or we could go to Ein.
Hard vote for Ariane.
Yeah.
Probably also vote
Let's
for
do that.
Ariane. Vanari, is there anything you can do to identify whether or not I got any of the bits of apology in this bag?
Is there? Would
You have to speak
medicine
with-
apply
'cause
for
she doesn't
that?
have a mouth. Do you have greater restoration?
I think that would.
I could prepare it tomorrow, but I don't have the materials for it. I don't think.
Diamond
It's
dust.
powdered diamond.
Yeah, I
Where
only
the-
have diamonds. I don't have
the
powder
Ivory
diamonds.
District, is there any diamond dust around I could steal, Pog? Do I know of any sources of any like former magic shops or anything?
I could powderize,
Greater restoration even work?
pulverize some diamonds. I don't know what it would do. It's a pile of ashes.
Well, Greater Restoration can fix a limb, can it? Oh no, it can't.
It only works on a creature you can
Nope.
touch.
Wait,
This
how do you fix a
very
corpse then?
dead.
Isn't there a spell to repair a corpse? Is that just mending?
It's as if they were hit by disintegrate and killed.
Probably.
Possibly even more than that, because we don't even know if these are the right ashes.
Can we roll
Like, not even raised dead can restore it, though.
You can make an Arcana check for this, yes.
It would probably be wish.
I'm just very good at Arcana.
You, in sort of this panic mode, try to think of everything you can and overthink everything. You can't come up with something. But Vonari should know. Vonari is a healer. Vonari knows this sort of thing.
What's your highest level spell, Venari? Was it 6th?
5th.
5th, okay. Okay, Venari, do you know this kind of thing?
Apparently, yes. And I think the answer is no as a player, but does my character agree with that?
Hi, I just sat down. My fire alarm went off again, which is fun because it was on my doormat.
Fog?
Oh. Hi. You can make an Arcana check to see if you know.
That one.
Can I help
think
her?
you can help, yes, if you're trying to discuss like the Arcana here.
Yeah.
Get and mouse over this and get a little plus. A little plusy plus.
That is...
Wow, you rolled very poorly.
You've not heard of a healing spell that can work on
I
this.
got Silvery Barbs on Venari.
What does that do?
Wait, am I allowed to cast this? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to cast it or if it has to be a successful roll. Silvery Barbs forces you to reroll d20. Why did it do
Elsevier,
barbs?
you've heard of this actually.
Yes.
Calcifer, you've heard of this because you are a conclavist, and this is one of the miracles of fate, is that she can bring someone back from the life, from death, no matter how they are. This is
True, resurrection.
This is something that only fate has ever been capable of doing, as far as people are aware, and it's one of the miracles of the Sky Pope.
Yeah, it is beyond my capabilities regardless.
We just have to put her back together. Like, we don't have to resurrect her. We have to put her back together because she's immortal. Once she's back together, we can start feeding her, and then she'll be fine.
Wouldn't her
Like,
soul just go back to like her coffin or whatever? Like, I don't know. I don't know how.
No, she's not that kind of vampire.
Kind of
We have to put her
vampire is
back
she?
together. Remember, like what happened when her head came off?
Did we have to put her head back on?
You did.
Oh yeah, she's dead.
With that said, you can travel 2 hexes, so you should be able to get to the VAR outpost in a day. So you're on a boat.
Monsters.
I'm on a boat.
I'm just gonna assume I have no spell
Where
slots after
is-
that day.
Where is Cal's sister?
The VAR outpost, right here.
Way up north.
Okay.
Also, Hell's Meteor is there.
As you are traveling, this will take the entire day.
I'm gonna
and
bleed
you'll
on
get
it
there.
again.
Do we get to
Okay.
sleep on the way?
You would, because it would be next morning that you would actually arrive.
When I bleed on this again, does it seem like there's any sort of clumping happening?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm gonna
Okay.
change my spells.
Yeah.
7. Lucky 7.
You're staring at it, and you think maybe it's clumping, but you're not sure.
Ooh.
Okay.
No, right? Maybe. I don't know.
How much damage do I take this time?
1d4 plus dex.
Okay. And does that stack with the
I'm
previous damage, or did we long rest in between?
You are long resting in between, yes.
Okay. Well, that's convenient. I rolled the same amount, so I don't have to press the button.
distant.
I do get my sorcery points back.
Should I think I'll put the armor of magical strength back on.
Okay. And is there anything that you would like to do vis-a-vis your favorite commune spells that you guys love to spam?
I needed some settings to just check to see who's alive and if anything happened to the HQ and that kind of thing.
Ah, very
I
well.
wanna. I think that the 3 questions I want to ask Kofi are: did we get any undead in the explosion? And how about that loss of life, huh? And did we do all right?
So, in regards to the first question, Kofi just hugs you. Some. In regards to the second, she thinks for a bit. It is a necessity, but an unfortunate one. Your plan was this, and you did get some of those liches, so and she just kind of draws a blank for a little bit. I don't know if you've done good, but you've done something, and you'll have to move forward. At the very least, Celis is gone, so yes, I'd say so.
How gratefully?
Bonari.
Well, I gotta find out if Resistance HQ actually got hit or not by Fate. So ascending to what's his face that's in charge?
You're talking about Milo, or are you talking
No, not
about
Milo.
Corey?
Corey. There we go.
Okay.
Just give him a quick status update of the Rising's all alive. Fate said she was targeting you. Are you okay? That kind of thing.
No response.
Oh, that's bad.
Is Corey alive?
Don't know.
Can you do a commune to find out?
Maybe. I mean, I could, yes, but I'm a little scared. I gotta import my spells.
I'm gonna ask if Milo's alive, please. Or Miles, whichever one I named him.
Oh, I've got to
Well, that was
prepare
alarming.
water walk again.
Did it stop finally?
No, I hit deactivate again.
So,
I like the pun. Nobody else laughed, but I liked it. Why didn't anybody else laugh? Are you all communists or something?
sorry, I was distracted by,
Like communism?
no.
Let's see right through you.
So that was one use of. Well, or all right. What questions would we ask Alex?
Is Corey alive? Or is resistance was resistance HQ attacked?
Or was it destroyed? What is more useful? Knowing if it's attacked or not is
It depends on whether it actually was destroyed or not. If it was attacked but not destroyed, just and he says no to destroyed, it doesn't mean no to attacked. If we know if they were attacked, we know they need help.
Okay, anything else? We get 3 questions. Like, where did mine go? Or where is he headed?
Does it have to be yes or no?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Not necessarily with commune.
Did
Commune is a lot more fair. It's
it's not augury.
Yes, it can be answered with a yes or no. However, the deities will explain in more detail if required.
So you can't ask where did Ein go?
That's correct, but you can say, is Ein in this area? And then the deity will say, well, there's a lot of Eins out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the body Ein?
It's the Ein that we have to kill.
What
The
is
main Ein.
he seemed very
aspected
interested in
Ein?
the preacher, but
Wait, I think they said they
The
shared
first
Ein, right?
Ein.
Or they share their aspect.
No, they don't. Only one of them has the aspect. The rest are all 3 aspects.
Well, then we would say, where's the aspect at Ein?
Yeah, but the point here is just like I'm explaining.
Yeah, you're
with
giving an
commune.
example.
got it.
Commune doesn't grief you by giving you like technically yes answers like augury does.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Augury's like wheel or woe in it, or wheel and woe. All right, well,
Yeah.
thanks.
Speaking of grief, who's Nalfrey married to again? That princess lady? Do we know where she is?
She's presumably at the forest that you met Nalfrey in.
Oh, we should go there at some point and tell her that her beloved is super dead.
Maybe not in those words.
Mega dead.
Only fate can retrieve them now.
Ah, yeah, that makes it sound like they're vaguely in trouble, but it dodges the whole crying thing.
Do you think that's a saying in universe that like people know about this and have known about it for a while? So instead of people showing up and taking off their hats, they started saying, "Just believe in fate" or something like that.
If Fate had been around for a while, probably, but Fate is like kind of young for a Sky Pope.
Also a huge piece of shit.
Well, you guys know that. The rest of the world thinks she's like pretty good.
Oh, well, they're wrong.
All right, I think these are the 3 questions I want to ask for commune.
What
All
are
right.
they? Can you read them out loud?
Yeah. Did the Resistance HQ suffer many casualties
Okay. So,
recently?
as you cast the spell, you see the divine Alex appears before you as usual. The resistance did suffer many casualties.
Nice.
However, they were helped.
Maybe because we left someone super powerful there to help?
Wait, Briere helped them?
No, like Sovereign?
Sovereign's dead.
Not
I
Sovereign,
don't remember that.
the other guy. Samurai guy.
Saga.
Saga.
Saga?
The resistance headquarters was attacked. Saga, Milo, Corey, many of the others went out to defend it. Most of them lost their lives. But some of the Ainlings dropped down to defend it from their flight.
That
Huh.
is...
Weird.
That means my second
This-
question is almost pointless.
Well, maybe he's not a threat to the resistance, but us personally, it's
Right.
still worth asking.
Then
Maybe
is,
the islanders grew their hearts grew 3 sizes that day.
is Ein still an immediate threat to us and our goals?
I can't answer that. He sees you now as his #1 enemy. However, he is not attempting to attack you directly.
Is the bronze gauntlet still safe?
No, I don't believe so.
That is bad, but that's good to know.
It's not in immediate danger. However, Briere is there.
And Fate's on a warpath.
We should murderize Briere.
And thank you for answering our prayers and protecting us from that grievous mistake.
We've all made mistakes. I have made more than any. I want you to remember. A mistake is an opportunity for growth. And though you can't undo what you've done, you can do something in the future. You must never get stuck in the past. And as he's saying this, he's like disappearing away. You think to yourself, you must never get stuck in the past, is something that the body Alex would never say.
He is very stuck in the past. Quite literally and figuratively. Okay, well, I'll relay the answers. It was good to her word on that. She did definitely attack the Resistance HQ. Corey's probably dead, or at least not able to answer. And many others are probably also dead.
People die all the time.
I
Except for
see this
Paul,
as a
that's
major
the
threat. Makes sense, but isn't is weirdly like probably staying true to his word, and he wants to fight us at the very end. That's my take on it. And the Bronze Gauntlet's going to be like a hotbed of activity very soon. So if we plan to go there for safety, it's probably not going to be that safe.
So where should we head next?
Well, we're
We're
going
going to Ariane
yeah, we're going to Ariane.
to rescue Ariane.
Oh, of course. I mean, what do you think after that?
Great question. We
Guess we'll
could.
find out.
I've got 2 more sendings today at least. If we want to check in on other people in areas, like if we want to check on Cap
Maybe
Creator.
save those, because aren't we going to... Is this post-long rest or pre-long rest?
Post.
You are... So after your long rest, you get on the ship, you travel 2 hexes on the ship, and then by next morning, you'll be at the Broodvar outpost. So you'll have another long rest as you're docking,
Oh,
if that makes sense.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, so I could just blow all my spell slots if I really wanted to.
Yeah, because theoretically, if you really, 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 truly wanted to, you could, like, arrive at, like, midnight, basically, and then pull up there if you wanted.
Can
Up to you.
Probably be creepy to them if a random ship pulled up at midnight and then just docked there and nobody came out.
Well, I assumed we would come out and we would go to their house and sleep there.
Imagine how much creepier it'd be if, like, the next morning the ship just on anchors and leaves. Never. They just stopped at your dock for one night. And they never.
I think we should just arrive at midnight, fold up the boat, go inside. Say,
Yeah,
hey.
you can, if you want.
Let's do that.
That'll make it hard when it turns out they're evil.
Sure. You're not wrong. But we also save 8 hours for what it's worth, I guess. Does Cal have an opinion on whether they'd appreciate us dropping in at midnight?
I suspect that any moment would be a relief. But I think many things have changed for them in the past 5 years. They're not
5
the
years?
person I once knew.
Oh, it was 2 years.
I said what I meant.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, pre-campaign as well.
Both of us were chased from our home in different ways. It changes one.
Oh, I know who I should do a sending to. I should do a sending to the White Lance. Giving him basically very short update, because it's only 25 words, just saying that what's his face is dead and Rising's unharmed. What's up with you?
Sealess?
Feels, yeah.
I thought you were like telling him about Nalfright. It's like he doesn't know.
He doesn't care about
Nalfright.
Nalfright. No. The Pixapotamus being killed is probably more important to him.
That's the new soundtrack piece. That's all I got so far. Is that good?
You can do some mixing of it.
There's going to be like some techno remix of that gets like 1 million views, and then there's like a Minecraft music video of it. Do you remember when Diggy any Diggy Hole fans?
Ooh, big
Yeah,
diggy
but
hole fan here.
there aren't any dwarves in the party, sadly. As in, if there were dwarves in the party, then they might be digging biggy holes right now.
There we go. Something like that.
You get a response back rather quickly. Hello, sister. Percy has changed.
Ruh-roh. Actually, maybe that's good.
Seems to care about his men now. Thanks for update. Explains the attacks.
And that tells us that they got attacked. I'll relay the answer back to the team. So that means Fate hit at least 2 locations pretty much simultaneously. Or actually, I don't know the time scale on the other one, but make that of you. Make what you will of that. Shall we go see Rhodey's dear sister? Or Cal's dear sister? Or am I
No
just
one
talking
wants
to
to
myself here?
Yeah, you're talking to yourself, I'm afraid.
Team?
I want to see Ariane. Sorry, my hands are covered in meat, so I couldn't unmute.
Wow.
Big Ariane fan here.
All right. When you show up at midnight, you can see immediately a light shines on you as you like start to dock, and you can see that they've pointed cannons at you.
Nice. I can blow
A
up the historical artifact.
light shines. Are they using spotlights or some sort of
It's
like
a magical
object
spotlight.
with? Okay. I was wondering if it was like a lodestone with light or something like that, but that's cool.
It's similar. You don't actually know what the mechanism is because you don't see it, but it's essentially shining like this purple light at you. And you're in this light. And there are cannons pointed at you.
I'll wave.
You see coming out of... They have essentially like palisades that they... There's a bunch of people with crossbows that approach. One of which... They have piecemeal armor. It doesn't seem like they're like the best equipped in the world, but they do all have crossbows. One of which approaches you. He seems like a lot taller than the other ones. And unlike everyone else with crossbows, this guy comes out with a great sword. And he approaches the docks. And then he holds his sword up and waves it around in a particular pattern, and the light goes off. Well, I'll be fucked. It's the Rising.
Hello.
You had us scared shitless. The fuck's going on? I didn't know you guys had a boat like this.
Yeah, we picked it up along the way. Is Adrienne in?
Ariane's asleep by now. You know how those nobles are. They need their beauty sleep. Fucking hell. The Rising?
In the
Yeah.
flesh?
In the flesh.
Mate,
I'm
mostly
fond of saying
flesh.
it nowadays.
Mate, how slow's your fucking boat that it took you 2 years to get here?
It's a pretty shitty boat.
You see like a bunch
The
of people
ocean's
come by
changed.
with crossbows, and they approach. Oh, look, I'll be fucked. It's actually the Rising. No, like actually the Rising. They're here.
Did you?
Yeah.
You guys not get the news?
What news?
I mean, we've been back a couple weeks. I think.
What? No, we haven't been.
Oh, I guess you've
Mate,
been way out of the way, huh?
Yeah, we're up here. Oh, god damn. Well, I thought this was going to be another uneventful night shift.
Oh yeah, Silas is dead and Ein has left the islands.
Oh, that's... Imagine you did that, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah.
Nod.
Well, the Kraken's gone under or something, and it hasn't came back in a while, so we've had mostly uneventful shifts.
We killed that.
Oh, you did that too?
Mm.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Did you finish the plumbing job then? That's also been fixed recently. I take it you're behind that as well?
I'd look at Wielder.
Oh, I don't do plumbing.
A guy just laughs. He puts down his visor. You see, like, it's this dragonborn. Oh my god. You guys haven't aged a day. Like,
That's because we didn't age a day. We were stuck in time.
Well, listen, I know a fucking thing about magic. I'm just really glad to have any sort of backup. I mean, shit, what's his name? Nalfrey came back. Good bloke, but he said he can't really break the stalemate. He'd offer to send us supplies, and he did. Great risk to himself. Great man. But
unfortunately, Nalfrey did not survive the fighting after the stalemate.
well,
He's gone.
fucking hell. I didn't know him very well, but he seemed like a good man. He always had, like, this smile on his face.
It is kind of sad when the main character dies, huh?
Yeah, a hero of our story. You know, the thing is, I can't help but think going down, fighting Silas, saving everyone on the island is the way that he would have wanted to go. Alright, everyone. Rounds on me. We're going to pour the first one out for Nalfrey. Come on, let's get you in, shall we?
Please.
Come on. Cheer up.
I don't suppose you
You
saw
guys-
the fireworks from all the way up here, did you?
Fucking hell. Probably something Ain did, didn't he? Guy's got all kinds of magic tricks up his sleeve.
Yeah, he set a bomb on us. We barely survived. Destroyed a huge portion
We-
of the city.
He moved a bomb that we placed.
You
Yeah.
placed the bomb.
We placed
Yeah,
it
it
on.
was,
Yep.
The
we
goal,
placed it much further north.
the goal is to take out Ein and Silas in one go,
Ah,
We
while
got
avoiding
Silas
casualties.
and 7 or 8 of his simulacrum.
He's a
well,
bomb thief.
He's a Weasley one.
sounds like you guys could use a drink too. That one's on me as well.
Does money still exist here?
Do you have an armory? Your armor seems like it's not well kept.
Well, yeah, we're sort of like a tourist destination, really. We don't have like armories or anything like that.
Oh yeah,
This
I can
part-
plant more cheese.
This part of Slaypool originally was just designed as a resort for people coming in from all over Bustan. They had come in, they would check out Hell's Meteor, oh, the water's red. Oh no, are we being cursed by a demon? That sort of thing. It was a tourist trap. We were not intended to fight here, but because Ariane was here, she insisted that the Broodval Mansion would be the new base of the North or something along those lines.
King of the North.
I came in a few years later. I actually, about a year, not really a few. I am one of the few that came in from Bruscania, or New Bruscania as they're calling it. I don't know who Dast is. Don't fucking trust the man as far as I can throw him. I saw like this war going on against the Platinum Grimoire, calling themselves Spellkeepers now, I guess. Everyone's
can handle
talking
that.
about magic being scum or whatever. I didn't like the way it was going. It was sounding honestly kind of fanatical. So I took me, my boyfriend, and we just left. Heard about the place called House Broodvar. Figured, well, if Ariane's there, she knows one of the Rising.
Gas is
Been-
the Emperor Bruscania. He wants to destroy all magic. I
yeah,
hate him
I
for
heard.
that.
I heard a little bit. I was there. I mean, he did talk about how magic is the source of the world's problems and everything. A lot of the Silver Shield started to believe it. I don't really believe it myself, but
He's
you know,
really blaming the wrong thing.
I mean, he's not entirely wrong. Like, magic's done a lot. It's just the idea of rounding up magic users and forcing them into the front lines. That's the part I didn't agree with.
Yeah, you can't really blame the tool. You blame the people using it.
All right, so, well, we've got Ariane does love her beauty sleep, so we got a little bit of time before she wakes up. I imagine you're tired sailing here all this time.
Yeah, if you
Apparently.
have like a bunk for us or something, that'd be lovely.
Yeah, we have something even better than that, mate. Take him to the hotel. Show him the penthouse suites.
I mean, you don't have to give us special
What kind
treatment.
of like battlements or walls or anything do they have set up? If at
They have
all?
they have palisades that they've set up. Like, it's just brief barricades, and they have raised platforms that the cannons are set on. So essentially, you can
Alright.
duck beneath the palisades. They're made mostly out of wood, but you can see that they're reinforced with scrap metal. They don't look like they could take a huge beating, but they would protect you from arrows and stray fire and things like that.
Alright.
It's decent fortification. It's not good. It
Just-
won't survive a siege, but
What about the outpost itself? Anything damaged? Anything in need of fixing up? Actually, I'll ask this guy. Do you need any repairs done around here?
repairs.
While I'm
No,
here?
mate, this place is in tip-top fucking shape. Mostly because no one really does anything about us here. We don't. So Ariane calls herself the queen in the north now, but honestly, she's hardly a queen of anything. There's 400 of us guards, and then there's the civilians that work here. We found a way to grow food using the magic of Neoray. So at least we've got that going for us, but Honestly, it's just like a settlement that we've got. We don't really have an army or anything. We can't fight. So we've mostly been left alone up here.
Oh, actually, that does remind me. I'm glad you brought it up, and I'll pull out some of the Payanchi plant seeds, and I'll hand them to him and say, "Plant these around. They'll help with the residual effects of this black miasma."
The Dragonborn man just holds this bag, shakes it a little bit, and looks at it like weird. Oi! Oi! Tamaneth! Tammy!
Oh.
Tammy! Oi! Who's the gardener? Give this to the Sorry, I did. Tammy! Tammy, get down from there! No, fuck! You don't need to man the cannons, it's the rising! Tamaneth, I call him Tommy. Tommy!
Do you have anywhere that people sort of like hang out for the day, like a courtyard or anything, where people go when things are not terrible and they just want a moment?
Yeah, if you want, there's a lot of places like this. This is a tourist destination. If you want quiet reflection, I'd recommend going to the Springs of Nere. Around this time, no one's there. Bathing in the water is comfortable.
Oh, could you help me plant some trees there, Cal? We can find the best aesthetic places for you and Nere.
Oh, shall it be done?
Oh.
I couldn't think of anything dramatic to say.
Not everything needs to be dramatic, Cal. Well, anyways, I'm really good at planting trees, so...
I've learned to live genuinely and authentically.
You see there's like a really lithe and kind of short elf who has dyed their hair like sort of cotton candy colors. Hi! Hello, I'm Temenaeth, and you are the Rising, right?
Yes.
You remind me of someone I've once met who introduced me to the new leader of the Bronze Gauntlet.
Oh, ooh, do you? My name is Temenaeth. Temenaeth Something. I'm not royal elf or anything, so I don't have any of those cool titles. I was actually adopted. I'm from here. I'm Zelgreb, born and raised. Well, not really born. Don't know where I was born from. Sorry, I'm just a bit starstruck.
Oh, don't worry about us. We're the same.
You're starstruck by me?
We've been doing an admirable job here, I think.
You're the gardener, right?
No, I'm just I'm one of the guards here. I'm not even really like a guard. It's just, well, I was going to be on the national team for javelining, but well, then the world exploded, so that didn't happen. But because I'm like good at aiming and throwing, they said I should be manning the cannons. So here I am.
Yeah. Transferable skills. Sorry, why are we talking to this person again? I thought
they have the seeds.
They have the seeds that they're gonna bring to the garden.
Oh, they're bringing the seeds. Okay. I was like, I thought we were talking to the farmer.
Yeah, the gardener, that's Anne, but I think she's asleep, so I can get some of the seeds. Do you want to plant them? Sorry, you just keep looking at this bag like you want to plant here.
Yeah, the trees, they grow hope on the branches, which sounds weird because that's an emotion, but it's also true. And the more hope there is in this world, the better things get. You see, the ocean is lightened up because it's not as full of negative thoughts as it used to be.
Oh, well, I don't know anything about that, but golly gee, you're Angie. I've heard about you.
Hello. Yes, Capri wasn't really doing a lot. Percy seems to be now. A little bit nutters. So, I don't know where my unit is.
Gosh, do you mind if I get your autograph?
Oh, sure. Nobody's ever asked me that before. I guess I can.
Can I get your autograph too, Wielder? Sorry, Mr. Wielder?
Insight check.
Please, Mr. Wielder was his father.
Okay.
Is this one of those Feywild things where you can't share your name?
Yeah. This here,
Insight-
sign a contract. +1.
It's fate in disguise.
Lash of genius.
Okay.
19.
Oh my god.
Wielder, the emotion hits you like a truck when you realize what's going on here. This is like a normal interaction
Okay.
that you would have had years ago. This is a person that still has hope. And you realize, like, as you're doubting them, as you're scrutinizing them, that you're so used to everything being bad that you couldn't even fathom that someone is just really happy to see someone they look up to. How you want to
I'll
process
do
that
it.
emotion is up to you, but you feel that like pretty intensely.
Yeah. I'll give you an autograph.
Yeah, I don't know how bad things are down there. We're up here and things are not that bad, but if they are,
Well-
and you need any help, I can throw a javelin really good.
Well,
I don't
can
have-
let you know things are looking better.
Things are looking better?
Since we got back.
Yeah, the water's
No.
not black anymore. We still
Exactly.
Arian says we can't swim in the water even still, but you know.
Yeah. It's clearing up. And yeah, you should listen to her. It's definitely not something you want to
Do
touch.
not get submerged in that water.
Yeah, Arian is
I think
kind
we
of
can say
scary,
this
but
now. I think we can share this info, but do you remember that disease that was going around about 2 years ago?
Mhm.
Before all this went down? Yeah, it was caused by something similar to this.
Oh,
This black miasma.
yeah, I heard there were quarantined areas.
Mhm.
There's mostly
Those
in like the
areas were
south though.
much. Yeah, those were mostly. Well, what happened is those are all now. Those high density areas are now in the sunken city, swallowed city. That's what I was looking for. The concentrations that are around now just don't seem high enough to cause the disease.
Or anyone
So we've been
I see.
working on pushing this back for years.
She's just got like starry eyes as she's looking at you saying this. Wow. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just. You're like exactly like I expected you to be. Which is kind of a weird compliment, but
I get it. No, yeah, I'll take that.
you guys look kind of weird, like messed up. That's sorry. That's probably. Oh, gee, why did I say that?
Is there something in my
Yeah.
hair?
No,
What is
it's
something in
like
my hair?
it's like you. I don't know.
My Cal took my
Jeez.
earring. I'm not at my best. I'm sorry.
No, it's like you. I don't even. I'm just being stupid.
No, your
You
opinion,
have
your
it.
opinion's important to us.
Wilder
It's
promised
just-
to craft me a replica earring, but he hasn't delivered yet.
The way that you've been carrying yourselves is like. I don't know. You guys.
You cut out, Pog. You said you guys, and then
You guys look like you've been through a lot. Maybe.
Yeah, saving the world's not the easiest
Yeah.
thing.
Mhm.
We have been through a lot.
especially recently.
We have
and we're
received
gonna
many
have to go through
scars,
more.
but also grown more powerful.
Well,
Truly, we have learned how to heal.
things are better at the Broodvar outpost here in rest. I mean, gosh, what am I saying? I've been overwhelmed too a lot, and I find just taking some time to talk through it with someone helps. Not that you should talk through it with me. I mean, I'm just a guard, but I don't know.
No such thing as just in anything. Everyone has their very important roles to play. We all do what we can do.
She takes out a handful of the seeds and then gives them to Wielder and then just scurries off.
I thought I was giving them the seed.
It just gives you some of your seeds back.
No, she was going to give them to the gardener, so she just gave you some of the seeds because Angie wanted them.
I have my
Okay.
own. I don't really keep my seeds for everyone.
Right, she gave you seeds for no reason.
It happens sometimes.
All right. The next morning, we're gonna make that fountain in Niore. So fucking good. And also, maybe we're gonna have a scene where Niore talks to Cal.
I've got some stuff I want to do tonight.
All right.
Let's get to that hotel if we're gonna start sleeping.
Yeah.
No, it's the morning, right?
It's like midnight.
Okay.
Sleep now and get up at a reasonable time.
All right.
All right.
Long rest again. I pressed it earlier and now I don't know where it is.
Before we fall asleep, I would like to talk to Venari.
Sure.
All right. So Venari, I've been thinking about the writ a lot.
Oh, me too. You had
And-
some good ideas that I like to incorporate into my...
Yeah. I still think a karmic system is the way to go. If good actions could be rewarded and bad actions hampered,
And if we...
then people would still have their will to choose, to try something, to do something. It's just that if it's good, it will succeed, and if it's bad, it may not succeed. Although putting that into such general terms could be problematic.
Well, that's where the light of Alex's guidance would come into play to make it more specific.
Yeah,
It follows his beliefs and what his followers believed throughout history. Then it would
just
be
seems
considered a good act.
I mean, that it's the most sense I can make of the situation, and that is so similar to Alex is surprising.
We understand
I
that
didn't
people
expect that.
need direction in life. They need to know what they're doing is good, despite, just being a so-called lonely farmer. What they're doing is still just as important as the Lord that's in the castle making decisions. They're just doing different jobs that need to be done.
Yeah,
have a deep
and
philosophical
this way,
Sorry, what were you saying, Tim?
and
We're all just kind of standing here on the beach at midnight, so we should maybe like.
No, I think
no,
we're
I
like in the
Venari,
Santos.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're in
like if we're going to bed or whatever.
you're in one of the many tourist hotels for Zalgreb, and they've given you penthouse rooms.
Okay, and he goes to
It's like
sleep then.
shaped like an oyster.
Yeah, sure. You're in the lobster room.
I know you're not religious, but maybe you could consider, following Alex.
Alex, he seems like a great guy. You're an okay guy.
It's a little more complicated than that.
I mean, I
split in
really
three.
only judge people on what they directly do to me. And he's been helpful. He's been gracious. So yeah, I mean, meeting him, I know it's kind of cheating by, getting to talk to the guy before you even begin to try to follow his teachings, but maybe it's worth hearing what he has to say. And so I don't know if you've got any particular sermons, or if you still have the Book of Alex with you, I could read through it sometime.
Absolutely, you can. And
even if it doesn't end with me, worshiping him, because it is a strange concept to me, but yeah, I think it's worth seeing what he's about.
in his way, you already have
for
been.
Inspiration.
Everything you've done has been in accordance to him.
I've been around you a lot.
Worship comes in many ways.
I've thought about this, since spending time with you, especially. I feel like worship is something that happens when you're young, or it's something that's instilled in you when you're young. I was basically born fully formed and past that phase, so I was aware of it, but I didn't care to follow for it.
Well, I don't worship him because I think he's perfect or ideal. I believe in him. I like and agree with things he wants in the world. There's a mutual alignment.
Well, thanks. I've been meaning to talk to you about this for a while, but after seeing what you did and that bomb went off,
that is what true belief looks like.
I wanted to bring it up.
Cowering at the fear of your god is not true worship to me. Believing in that what your god is doing is right, and that what you're doing is not only right, but what you're doing is helping the world, your god, yourself, everyone, equally, regardless of station. That is true worship to me.
That sounds good.
This is why I've always been open to trying to work with people regardless of who they believe or what kind of person I would deem them to be, whether good or bad. Because they can still, I hate to say it, but be used to make the world a better place, whether that's their intent or not. Because they exist in this world and therefore contribute to it.
I understand that. Alright. Well, I'm probably not going to sleep tonight. I've got a little thing I want to make before we go, but you have a good night.
Thank you.
And I would like to spend the night making just a little silver figurine in the motion of throwing a javelin.
All right.
It's maybe like 2 inches tall, little tiny thing. So not a lot of detail, smoothed face,
Yeah, like the thing that would be on top of like a high school trophy level of detail.
Yeah, basically. That's almost exactly what I was picturing.
Okay. What relevant crafting skill do you have for this here? I know you've got at least 6.
Yeah. Jeweler's tools, blacksmith's tools. Let's go with jeweler's tools.
All right.
The smith's, it would be smith's tools because it's silversmithing. Yeah, smith's tools. It's all the same anyway. All right. So what stat would you say this is?
Almost certainly dexterity, as you're doing fine detail work.
Okay. +2 plus 8 plus 6.
Wow, you rolled a 2 and still got an 18.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, that's all my bonuses.
All right.
18's good enough.
Yeah, it's not great, but you weren't trying to put a lot of detail in the first place. You get the shape exactly right, and you're content with
It's
that.
really, those smoothed out sculpture things. I don't know, like it's very chrome and it's aesthetic. It's kind of like a hood ornament, kind of like that amount of detail on it. It's very smooth. Yeah. All right, and that's all I wanted.
All right. Jazz, Rhodey, you guys wanted to do anything?
Or sleeping.
Anything of the sort?
Nothing really comes to mind now.
Okay. In that case, hello, Angie. Hello, Isaac.
Hi. I kind of have an idea, but I can't do it yet because I'm pretty sure Apology is still in those ashes. I was thinking about scattering Alfred's ashes over Hell's Meteor. But I can't separate them out.
Okay.
Well, we need a
Well,
centrifuge.
you go to sleep then, right?
Yeah, I suppose I'll go to sleep.
You have the most bizarre dream of your entire life. You don't know what this place is, but it's this beautiful mansion, and you're sitting in a chair.
Uh-oh.
Is this my future?
You don't know.
Is he tied to the chair?
You are not.
What kind of
It's a very
decorations
comfy
are there?
chair. As you look around, you see that the room has sort of green wallpaper that it's been set up, and it's sort of ornate green. It's got like these sort of gold details alongside it, but it's primarily sort of this dark green, like a foresty green type thing. And there's carpet on the ground. It's very warm. You can see deeper in, there's like a stone area where there's a fireplace. There's a lot of books set up, and you're sitting in this chair with a lot of cushioning. Everything is like very dark wood to contrast like this green and the warmth from the fireplace. And when you look at the stone, it's a polished marble. It's like completely white, and it just immediately draws your eye in. This room is big, but it is so well furnished that it doesn't feel huge. It just feels comfortable. And you've never been here in your life.
Can I stand up and browse my bookshelf?
Okay. As you look around in the bookshelf, you see that there are a number of books. Magic books, books about spells, books about the arcane. There's books about fashion.
Oh. Am I in Celeste's body? Can I look down at it? Am I Celeste?
You look down and you are you.
Okay.
The door opens, and you see an elfin woman that you've never seen before.
Celeste. I have never met you before, but you must be Celeste.
Yes, sir. Hello. Hi.
It's nice to meet you. I am
Sorry. She
I'm
closes the
Isaac.
door. Didn't mean to disturb your dream. Or were you having a good dream or not?
I don't think I was dreaming anything before this.
Oh, okay, good. If I found out I was like taking away a good dream with this, oh, sorry. Sis wanted me to talk to you, so. Hi.
Oh, hello. We've certainly been away from my wife and Slaypool. I don't know what you've been up to, but we've been somewhat adrift without our speaker.
Yeah, well, sorry. I'm selfish. That's something you're gonna have to learn about me. So, I have been instructed to cast the spell Dream so that we could have a little dream conversation, you and I. It's not going to last too long, but Elise can speak through me.
Oh. Well, thank you. I appreciate you doing this for me.
Yeah, we had to talk around a little bit, and it's hard because the other gods, most of them are mind-controlled by fate, but there are a few that are putting up some resistance. We figured out this doesn't break the writ, because technically, we're not, doing anything wrong. Just
Yeah.
a sort of loophole. Anyway, this way you can talk to Elise, and I don't have to give up my speaker role.
Well, thank you.
So, sorry about this. It's been a while since we figured out to do it. I bet you had 1,000,001 questions to ask.
I suppose I do. I mean, everybody else gets to commune with their god. Seems a little bit unfair. But I suppose I'm not a cleric, so.
Well, so that's one of the caveats that we had to work around, which is I can't tell you anything really specific. Because that would be breaking the rules of magic. So, you can
Right.
talk, but we can't give you information. We can tell you opinions.
Okay, that
Like,
makes sense.
for example, your tie does not match your suit. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. You have a nice matte suit. Ailey showed it to me in one of my dreams, and it was so fancy, but your tie is shiny. You have a matte suit and you have a shiny tie. Like,
Yeah.
could you be any more loud? You gotta, I don't know. Come by sometime if the world doesn't end, and I'll make a suit for you.
But where are you? I would love to do that.
Well, I am in Le Havre right now. I'm doing some
Havre.
work with the Julius Whitcollar Foundation. We pulled some strings to get some people to come help you. Don't know where they are anymore, but
Yeah, things are bad over here.
yeah.
I,
Do you drink?
well, recreationally.
Okay. Do you think you can get drunk in a dream?
I'm sure we could find out.
Okay, so she goes ahead and pours some tequila for both of you and her.
Okay. I'll take it. And I'll drink some. I'll say, is there anything in particular you wanted to talk about, or did you just want to like open a line of communication?
We can't do this very often. Even though I can cast a spell like 1,000,000 times a day because I'm the best wizard alive or whatever, because it's technically messing with writ stuff, if we do it too much, then the other gods are going to find out, and, well, then Fate's going to find out, and then
Yeah.
she, like, makes a throat-cutting motion. Eeh. So, we just wanted to do this for 2 reasons. First, we feel like you're kind of going loopy.
Well,
I don't know. Like, you haven't been in the best mental state lately.
yeah. I mean, a whole bunch of people are coming in claiming that they deserve to know me, and I don't know them, and that creeps me out. And also, the world is ending. And also, I think Happy is going to kill herself, and I really don't want Happy to kill herself. And the person I thought was our high priest wants to destroy all magic, which I think is really bad. And I have a plan to fix it, but if I do, then I'll die. And I don't know how to handle that. But I guess I do
Hey,
know
hey.
how to handle that.
Hey.
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 What made you think that you're the only person who can bear the burden of the world?
I'm not the only person, but I'm the only person who would dedicate it to Elise.
And what makes you think Elise would want that?
Not necessarily dedicating it to Elise, but to the ideals that she herself follows, to embracing magic as a tool for everyone, but not a tool to kill.
Do you know what my sister loved about magic the most?
No, I don't.
No matter how big the problem was, there's a way to solve it.
Right. Are you saying that there's a way to influence the writ without dying?
Maybe, I don't know. What do I know about divine magic? I'm a wizard, baby. What I will tell you is that you're not thinking about this like Elise would, which is kind of bad for an Elisis, I think. I don't know. What do I know? I just make the religion, right? I've been kind of a shit high priestess. I'm mostly just enjoying my time with my elf boys, but let me do some good high priest stuff for now, okay?
Okay. Well, I do want to see the elf boys, but we have limited time.
Like with or without me, because I think that'd be kind of awkward, right?
I guess.
Anyway, let's not talk about that for now. Kind of a waste of this divine moment. So, Elise never wanted to kill anybody.
With magic, right? Or are you saying it at all?
Elise never wanted to kill anybody.
Oh.
I don't
Then
think
Does that
Hey.
make me a bad person then?
Hey, you're not a bad person. You know who did kill people? And like a lot of people? And like
Atla.
Ormir.
Oh
I was
yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
Klaus. Oh my! Don't get me started on Klaus. He was intense in like kind of a hot way, but also like a scary way. I don't know. And let me tell you something. Osiris was like the sweetest guy that you've ever seen, but when he gets into a fight, he would cast the fucking evilest spell I've ever heard of, and just like he would murder people. Murderize, I think, is the thing you kids are saying.
Yeah.
Turn him into a prune.
And then he would turn around and just smile like, haha, sorry guys. I fought alongside them, and I thought these people were fucking insane. Like, and you know, the thing is, no matter how bad things got, and things got really bad, they would like actively fight each other at times. No matter how bad things got, they never gave up.
Right.
And even till the very end, Elise was still trying to fight people non-lethally. Not just with magic, without magic. But because Elise believed, and I believe too, that people are good. And you're not a bad person for killing people. I mean, certainly, like, I've done my share back in the day. Elise talks my ear off all the time about it. Like, Celeste, what are you... Hey, you know, it's life. And sometimes bad people do really bad stuff.
Right.
But one thing that Elise never did, she never stopped believing in people, and she never stopped loving people, and she never stopped loving magic. And she always believed that if enough people learned magic, and the good magic, I'm not talking about like fireball, I'm talking about mending, I'm talking about things like fabricate. These nice little spells, that we could have a much happier world.
That's what I think we're aligned on that, Celeste. The world I imagine, the world that if I changed the writ, it would have so much magic in it, and it wouldn't have fireball. If someone invented fireball again, it would just everyone would seem to always dodge.
But then it wouldn't have you.
I know, but is that worth it? I don't know. I never knew that I could die for someone before.
Do you think dying for someone is good? Do you think that's what Elise would want you to do? Hang on, let me get Elise here. 1 second. Alright, Jazz, you are now Elise.
Oh my! I'm in the scene,
You're in the scene.
and Elise was listening the entire time.
God!
Yes.
Hello, Isaac. How are you?
Oh, Isaac will kind of scratch the back of his neck and be like, hello, your holiness, Elise. It's good to see you again. Thank you for helping me not melt.
Oh, of course. How are you? How are you? What are your thoughts on what happened recently with the bomb?
I mean, the bomb? I mean, I never wanted all those people in the city to die. My thought was that, yeah, we would unfortunately hurt a lot of soldiers, but the main targets, Ein and, shit, what was his name again?
Silas.
Out of character? Silas.
Yeah.
They're doing so much harm to the entire world, just to destroy the world. It seems worth it.
I see. Well, mistakes happen. I don't. Just try not to dwell on the past.
Right. The other thing was, I used your spellbook. I banished Happy, and I just stood there and looked at the explosion. I don't really know how to process that.
That I appreciate what you did. That was quick thinking, and I thought that it would be a good idea for me to help you even further. I casted invulnerability on Milo to save.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So he survived the attack on the Bronze Gauntlet?
Yes, he's out there.
We'll need to find him then. So much has gone wrong over the past few days. I just hope that we can create a world that is to your liking.
Don't worry too much about creating a world the way you want it to be created. Worry about what's happening now. Try to help whoever you can.
Right. I'm trying to help Apology. I know I can't help Malfrey. And he died thinking that I was dead, and I do feel things about that. I just haven't told anyone about them.
Does Elise know anything that's happened in Alfrey's soul? Is he like a nightmare right now, or what's happened to, or a monster rather? I don't know.
Elise would be able to tell as a divine being that Nalfrey is going to be reincarnated. He is a monster. He is a human. He becomes a monster.
Nalfrey will be reincarnated. Maybe you can find him.
He won't be a monster? He
He
won't
will.
be stolen by the preacher?
He will be a monster, but you have Venari. Maybe you can resurrect Nalfrey.
Hey, magic pop quiz.
Oh,
Oh,
No.
hello.
What divination spell can be used to find a person?
Locate person.
Close. Locate creature. Hey, you'll find him. You see, this is what we've been talking about all this time. Why does everyone focus on the spells that kill people when the spells that help people are so much better feeling? Like, you can use locate creature and find somebody that you're looking for and get them out.
Or Odaluke's Resilient Sphere. I learned so much magic all of a sudden when my connection with Elise deepens. Honestly, I have my own magical training, but I haven't used it much. I think I chose rather poor spells, and well, spells I was suited to were mostly good for killing people. Which I guess makes sense, but I didn't want to learn any of those.
Celeste looks at you, Elise. Should I tell him?
Elise nods.
Elise has used lethal magic before.
Yes, the Star Thrust, right? You destroyed all those undead.
Mm-hmm.
What does
Look-
that mean? Does it mean the whole point is to not use lethal magic, right?
You're missing the forest for the trees. The point isn't to avoid non-lethal magic or to avoid using lethal spells or any of that. The point is to live your life in a way that you don't hurt people. That you leave everything better than how you saw it. That's what Elise wanted. That's the whole point of her non-lethal magic. She wants to show that magic can be used to make things better. And maybe that involves fireballing some fuckhead in the conclave.
That makes sense.
But so I have to take full responsibility here. I should have walked up to Xenos and told him he doesn't speak for my sister and he doesn't speak for me, but I didn't because he's kind of scary.
He didn't seem scary when I met him, but he's also lying to me, so I don't really know that much about him, I guess.
He turns into dragons and then fights you. And then you beat him down and he turns into a different dragon.
Yeah, that does seem like it would be tough to fight against.
Sis, what were you about to say?
I think you've aptly said what I was going to say. It's when you strive to use all magic non-lethally, it's an ideal, and ideals are ideals. You can't necessarily 100% live up to them, and I'm not perfect despite being a deity. So if it needs to happen, you might need to.
But at the end of the day, you gotta remember one thing.
Yeah.
Hold your head high. How many people do you know that just have their gods talk to them? Well, I guess a lot of you guys, because you're kind of a big deal right now.
Yeah, only 4 of them, I guess. So, I am honored to be in your presence. It means a lot to me.
And you've been going down a dark path, and honestly, it was troubling Sis out a lot. We don't want to see you throw your life away. And if you decide that the best thing to do is to become the Rit and help things, then we'll be honored by your sacrifice. But there's a lot of people who really, really love you, Isaac.
You mean the parents thing? Because that's your fate.
Not the parents. The Rising.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I hope so, at least.
I mean, you guys have fought so much, right? But, I mean, you didn't, honestly try to kill each other like what happened when Klaus and Mr. Wonder... Oof. I heard about that. That was rough.
That wasn't lethal either.
Yeah, I know. She's trying to make a point, you dick.
Okay, he's not in this ring.
Yeah, we haven't tried to kill each other. There's been light maiming, but well, Benori's a cleric. That only matters 5 minutes.
Yep. See? So, this is just me. I'm not speaking for your goddess or anything. I'm just some girl with unusually good taste in men and fashion. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to give all these people a big hug and tell them how much they mean to you.
Oh, that's a really big ask.
Yeah, and you know what? It is. It's really hard to open up to people like that.
Can we negotiate?
I
Maybe
spent...
one person.
Hey. I spent most of my life running from Elise, thinking that she would hate me after what I did to her. I just left her out, abandoned her, and I ran. And I ran, and I ran, and I kept doing all these missions and throwing my life into them, and thinking that eventually, at some point, the problem would go away. But The problem was always there, and the problem was I'm not appreciating the people that I care about enough.
Right. Maybe we'll work up to that. That sounds really scary.
What, you think that's scary? Try fighting fucking Atla. Jesus. They just threw me in there.
Yeah, but you won, right?
I guess. Yeah, see if I can beat Atla, you can hug your best friends.
I'm not sure if we're gonna win in the end. One of us is gonna die, right? Winning means losing, and losing is even worse.
Well, I'm sure you'll find a way around it. You guys are pretty smart. You know you're actually smarter than Elise was before she was a god?
I'm pretty dumb.
Not you, I mean like Wielder, like you as a group.
Oh. No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's true. Right, Elise?
I guess.
I mean, if we're like talking like scales, like if I had to numerically talk about it here, Elise was like a 20.
Out of 10? That's a lot
To
of
be fair,
intelligence.
I'm only higher because I myself became a demigod.
That is a good point.
So, look, long story short, you've had a lot of stumbles, you feel a little bit lost, and hell, we felt lost too. And then we went and saved the entire goddamn plane. Sorry, Elise.
Thank you for that, by the way. I like not being dead.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Not being dead, it's a good thing.
I do
So
want to...
don't throw your life away, please.
I will try my best. I don't think I've been throwing my life away, but I suppose you're right that I haven't been talking to a lot of people. I am afraid of... If I tell people, like now Frey, that I care about, but I don't know as well, that fate will find out I'm alive and try to control me again.
What, you think fate can control you? Come on.
She's got pretty good spells, and she's probably the second best wizard out there.
She's not a wizard, she's a cleric. You don't have to worry about clerics. What has a cleric ever done?
Are they able...
Oh, sorry. Go on.
Can I roll Arcana? Are they able to cast any of the compulsion spells?
You can. You can also do religion. I think religion would work here.
Oh, okay, then this is 26.
Oh my god. They can.
I think there's like
Yeah.
domains that let them, especially. Yeah. What's it called? Is Elise able to make like mundane stuff? Like, could she make a hat?
Yeah.
Elise is gonna make like the patented wizard hat, like the purple one with the stars and everything, blue rather, and hand it to Angie.
Angie will put it on. I guess I'm wearing my Isaac face right now, because, you know,
Oh, Isaac rather.
you're
Yeah.
God. I'm not going to lie to God. But I'll say that I'll say clerics can control people, can't they? And I saw Fate today. She said that if Isaac were here, she would want to see him become as insane as she is. And she's not my mother. Not in any real sense, but I'm afraid that she'll try to use that influence anyways. That's why I've only been Angie the past while. And Angie cares about her unit. She just doesn't know all these people very well, and that's why she doesn't hug them. Malfoy missed Isaac, I know, but Angie couldn't do anything to help him.
Elise is silent.
Damn, God is dead.
Elise is like sort of awkward, like, well, you could probably openly be Isaac again. What's the worst that'll happen?
Well, fate could control me and make me kill all my friends.
Can she do that?
And she's the Sky Pope.
I mean, what's stopping her from controlling Angie?
Well, just that she doesn't care about Angie in the same way she wants to see her own flesh and blood become violently insane.
Well, as Angie, you can make friends with everyone here. You can help them out still.
That's true. I can do my best to... I want to find my unit again. I do care about them, even if... I mean, Isaac isn't any less fake than Angie is. They're both the same amount of real, but I still feel like I've been lying to them.
Well, as Celeste said, there is a spell you can cast called Locate Creature.
You have to fly around to get it to work, but flying's fun.
Can I
Oh my
cast...
god, do you have a flying broom?
No, not yet.
No, get Wilder to make you one. Get a flying broom. Those are sick. You had one,
Oh.
right? Right, Elise, remember?
Yep.
Nope. Who had it?
Elise.
It was Oromir.
My connection to this dream is starting to get a little bit wonky. I'm not going to be able to hold it for much longer. Just one last thing. This is the important, useful stuff, okay? Actually
Okay.
useful stuff. You're going to need to get pieces of divinity. I don't know how, but you're going to need them. That's how you get stronger as a god. It's what the gods have been doing. They've been monopolizing them so that we can't get any stronger. Elise and I. And the other ones, Alex. What's the mechanic one? Shit, I'm a high priest. I should know this
Irene.
stuff. Oh, no, that's someone else.
Wielder.
They're not directly answering questions. They're volunteering information.
Like,
That's their
okay.
secret.
So we need to get these pieces of divinity and mail them to you so that you can get stronger?
No, you need to use them. What are we going to do with them?
I don't know, make the world a better place. The world is bigger than just Slightpool, right? So even after we solve this, the rest of the
How
world is
are
gonna
you
need more
going
help.
to beat fate without these? You're not thinking like a demigod. You're thinking like a mortal.
I suppose so.
I don't blame you. I'm kind of new to the demigod game myself.
Oh, did you become a demigod recently? Congratulations.
No. It was like 50 years ago. Jeez. I didn't want to die, and then my sister'd be alone, so I went around.
Well, if I have anything to say about it, then Elise will never be alone again. I'm doing my best to spread the word.
Oh, okay.
Those Xenos is a traitor. It's gonna hold us back. So, we get these pieces of divinity, and they'll help us kill fate?
You'll get a lot stronger that way. I think.
Well, we probably just blew one up. Sealus probably had one.
Probably not. He's... What is Sealus? What is he?
The beholder?
Behold... We killed a death tyrant, remember? Well, Elise did. That's like a beholder, but worse, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. It's funny, after all these years, Sis is still as awkward as ever. You-
Yeah, just it's one of my first big worshippers. I don't know what advice to impart, what to say.
Come, okay. You're supposed to be like the legendary wizard goddess that everyone worships, and you're like stammering and nervous talking to a guy who you've talked to him before. What are you doing?
Well, that wasn't a duress. I was melting at the time. She's doing fine just the way she is, Celeste. Don't be mean to God.
I'm allowed to. All right, I really can't hold this dream anymore, so
Well, thank you for having me. I look forward to visiting you in person and partaking of your elf boys and wine. Is that the thing we say?
no, that's weird. And
Okay,
suddenly
Isaac,
the dream just instantly ends, just as like you hear "Okay, Isaac," and then pop, you wake up. It's the morning.
Is there a hat on his chest?
There is,
Yes! I get a hat.
but not the hat of hats.
No.
Regular wizard
No,
hat.
that would be too powerful to give out just willy nilly.
Then,
I wish Angie could grow a mustache.
in the morning, Calsevere, do you still have like fire alarm issues? We can do this scene later if you do.
No fire alarm issues. I
Nice.
decided to put in the backyard, which is the furthest point from me.
All right. As you wake up in the morning, you hear from inside you, Sereth begins to speak. Hello. Hello. Are you there?
Good morning, my most faithful of acquaintances.
Good morning, my ass. You put this thing inside the soul. It's been chasing me around, trying to purge me. Do you have any idea how hard it is to hold back the aspect and run from this paladin of yours?
Sereth, do you mean to tell me that you, most ancient one, lord of 1,000 blades, that you are struggling with a mere paladin?
I am struggling with a paladin and the aspect, but that's neither here nor there. I am a shred of my former power, and it is infuriating.
Are you
Especially when I
reminding me
know.
of the souls kept by the conclave?
Yes,
Are they still there? Can they still speak to you?
I don't know. They've been locked away, and they've still been locked away. But now we have more pressure than ever. You heard what she said. They're coming for us next. They're coming for the abyss. They're not going to stop at this material plane. I admit, I was looking into this for my own benefit. But now, you have my undivided attention. How do we defeat this being? No games, no tricks.
Well, it seems to me that we need to accumulate power, both for myself and my allies, but also on your part, if possible. I think that the quest that you have set us upon may not be entirely agreeable the last I checked, but it has been several years. Perhaps now we can reach skyward.
If we tell them that we are liberating the souls from the conclave, surely they'll go with it, knowing what the conclave is. And can you tell the paladin to stop chasing me around? I can't get any rest.
They're just giving you a bit of exercise, keeping you on your toes. You wouldn't want to lose your alertness.
I don't think you understand. I'm trapped in here with this being that wants me destroyed. I'm not killing it because if I do that, then we won't be able to beat fate. But Hero thinks it's more important that I be purged. I think
They
you
are
should
sort
tell.
of they are sort of honor bound by a pact made millennia ago. Through the ages, they have been kept far apart from you. You did destroy their home,
I guess.
I guess. Lord of the Mansion of 1,000 Blades. Yes, the souls that you've trapped were their allies, but I guess.
Kalsavir Makita, you have become powerful. I remember you, the sniveling little child that you were coming up to me asking for my power, and now you are a demigod, and our realm is at stake here. You have a mansion waiting for you in the abyss. Never forget that. And never forget that this being Yeshornu Silver must be brought and made humble. And together we can ride in to see the Archfiend Cindy. You and I together. Think of it. It could be so powerful for all eternity.
Sereth, you must. Sereth, you must think of this. You must understand that while you have always sought comfort, while this has always been the driving force that brings you back to reality, I have not sought comfort. It is not the leisure and the pleasure of reclining with a servant. This is not something I have ever truly tasted. Even from a young age, I have sought the purity and the peace of the worship of Niare. For me, I am the fortress of fury, in some small part that I hope not to corrupt me. I am not tempted by your mansions and your begging and your pleading. I have suffered, and so now you must also suffer in a similar way to myself. I would
And
cut off
this,
my own leg to save one man from my homeland. Surely you can withstand a bit of exercise.
if you get rid of Hero, I will be able to channel this much more effectively. You'll be so much stronger. Why do you even still worship that Conclave's deity? Have you seen what the Conclave has done? And
The gods and the conclave are separate.
in this moment, Kalsavir, you realize Sereth is no longer looking down on you. Sereth sees you as an equal.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, you are a demigod.
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah. The potential to be a god.
You're equal to a fragment of his original power. Congratulations.
Well, I feel like Sereth channels that temporarily embarrassed millionaire energy of like they're worth a lot more than they presently can actualize. I don't know.
Yeah. We are going to meet with Ariane, your beloved sister. And then we will gather allies, and we will go to the Conclave base, and we will enhance my ability, and I will teach you the powers of the ghosts. You will learn how to channel spirit energy.
Strong words, knowing what you do of my sister. But I suppose you and I both understand the situations that they've been put in. That
I
I
did not
sometimes do
want
for
to
them.
give you my technique like this. I would give you the techniques of those that I've failed. But desperate times call for desperate measures. There is an attack on our homeland. I will reclaim my throne as a hero. I will not have my people destroyed. I don't care about anything else, but I care about my servants. And I suppose you as well.
A bond forged in blood, Sereth. I suppose in some remarkable way, then, that I care about you too.
Good.
I appreciate your patience through these intolerable millennia. I shall reach out to my allies on the morrow, if not
I
sooner.
hope
I
you
shall speak with
realize.
Isaac.
I hope you realize just how painful it is to withstand this aspect of yours.
I suppose I have some idea, having sought you out.
Good. Good. Then let us proceed forward for mutual benefit. As we end this session here, we see once again the harpy looking out at the base. It observes there's a pack of harpies with it. Thank you to the Forgotten Adventures for the battle map assets, of which we did not use, as this was just a roleplay session for the most part.
At the Resistance headquarters base, there are harpies.
Yes.
Oh. Who owns these fucking harpies?
I had to learn spells for a long time. I was supposed to learn a spell at 10th, and also at 8th, and also a cantrip.
All right. Does anyone have anything they'd like to give a shout out to?
Shroud is back. Shroud is playing pro Valorant. Shouts out to
Yo, Shroud is playing Valorant. Yo, who's he playing for?
Sentinels.
Wow, the Chinese CS:GO. Wow.
Yo,
Oh, the
Hey,
Riot.
So what
I
does
like to use
Elise
this.
want to do?
All right, Felix, go ahead.
I like to use this platform to shout out, smaller creators and give them, a voice. And
Shout
so
out
this
to
week, I want to
Dream!
shout out
ourselves.
One Piece. I want to shout out
Oh my
One Piece, who one more week, and then they'll be back.
Yeah, it's the final
So
saga.
get ready for chapter 1055.
It's the final saga they're doing, right? I need to catch up. Yeah.
So, Shaz, what does Elise actually want Isaac to do? Is it to cast Starthrust more often, or to like change his spells to include some damaging spells, or is it to?
I think it was in response to the bomb idea.
Yeah, it was just basically like
Killing.
that. You did good.
Oh,
You're not doing anything wrong.
Because we bombed an army.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, I was actually chatting with Jazz about this because I was like, hey, is this what Elise would want? And then Jazz was like, well, Elise doesn't actually want to kill people. Elise is just a pacifist. Like, Elise is just a pacifist.
So if I take spells that deal damage, does that mean I no longer lose piety?
It depends on how you use them. So damaging spells non-lethally, you probably won't lose piety for. Especially post this conversation. Remember, piety is not necessarily about the end result. It's about the act. It's about the intent.
Right.
So you can theoretically take damaging spells and not lose piety. If you're using these damaging spells on, like, for example, non-sentient beings, if you're using them non-lethally, that sort of thing. But
what about Starthrust, like a bunch of undead?
Yeah, exactly. But the key takeaway here is that Elise does not want magic to be used to kill. That's the antithesis of what she wants.
Oh,
and the point of this conversation is just like, hey, there's a lot of bullshit going out about Eliseism.
Oh, does she like my testament?
What do you think, Jazz?
My testament, Jazz, to be clear, is that it would be extremely easy for anyone to pick up class levels in any spellcasting class, but all attack rolls made with magic always fail, and all saving throws always succeed against magic. And everyone has evasion.
And magic doesn't deal damage, essentially. Like, it's always non-lethal.
She'd probably be fine with that, but what's it called? You have to become the Rit to do that, no?
Yeah. That's what I was saying that I was worried about, because like I want to dedicate the world to Elise, but I don't want to become nothing. But also,
I'll say now, I've been thinking about becoming the Rit. I would like us to start really thinking about it. I personally think, Matt and I discussed this, I think when we were the last ones in the voice chat last week, that a karmic system, good deeds are rewarded, bad deeds are punished. I don't think we'd have to go in it with an argument of, oh, how can we, determine good from evil, specifics. I think we could hand wave that.
And then
Well, your testament
it knows.
What was your testament again? Because I don't think
I
your
don't
testament
remember.
was that.
I don't think he declared one because he was not interested at the time.
Yep.
I
like
what's
the
wrong-
idea of an Alexis being the writ because the original one was.
Well, what's wrong with the writ that was originally placed, where like the gods can't do anything? Like, actually, what's wrong with that? That one seems
It
fine.
led to this.
Oh, I mean,
not
Yeah,
exactly.
but didn't it prevent?
This was
didn't
going to happen
prevent
anyways.
A whole lot of other problems.
This is not a result of the writ. This is a result of the conclave. Technically speaking, this one, I think it's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
worked for a long time.
Include the original conditions of the writ as well. Would work.
Rage quit.
Yeah, you could also just include Tim's idea if you wanted. Just get like a collaborative writ.
And then also make it so the living
Yeah,
light can comment to the material plane as well. That'd be cool.
Kill me.
No, I think that's cool. We could just do those two things. But then the question is, who's going to become the writ? Spooky.
Yeah, you're gonna kill two of my characters.
Do you want to
this
explore
thing.
Isaac is pretty shook up because he didn't think that he wanted to die, but then when he had the chance to save himself, he saved Happy instead. So now he's like, he doesn't know what to do, and also he's like, maybe I should just become the writ.
Okay.
My plan to get around being forgotten or erased from history was to literally the inherent knowledge thing. Everyone would inherently know what I did.
That you don't get erased from history; you get erased from the future. Like you disincorporate yourself.
No, you do. Because like
You
nobody
actually-
remembers you, nobody knows you ever existed. The
Yeah,
only
that's why
reason
who
we
became the
knew
original-
who the original person was because it was written down that they were about to do it. That's it.
Is that true, Poggle? Does everyone forget you? That sounds weird.
Yes,
You
that
just-
is true.
You
Oh.
never existed, essentially. Except you existed enough to.
So like
to put-
Alex's wife
Maybe,
or whatever. did it.
maybe someone has already become the writ, and we just don't remember this extra player that's been playing with us this whole time.
Well, there's no the Crucible's still here, so that's
Yeah,
not true.
That'd be pretty clever,
Do
actually.
you guys remember? You guys remember Jonathan? He was
You guys
playing a
remember
druid
Ira?
this campaign.
Where's Ira been?
Here's the writ. We're just
Okay,
playing
fine.
for the world where
Ira,
he's already become the writ. And we
yeah,
don't
good
remember.
session.
Yeah.
No
good
combat
stuff.
here, but
We need
You know, you
combat
didn't
so I can
die.
use my
We're gonna be on the
Power.
water a lot next
We're
week.
gonna-
I think,
depending-
so
well,
prepare
depending
some
on what we
water
do-
combat.
next session, we're probably gonna have a lot of. Depending on where we go, I feel like it's inevitable that we're gonna have combat next session. Or I'd be surprised if there wasn't combat next session. Because I'm just looking at like the places we're gonna go. Like we're planning to go southeast, right? I think? Question mark.
don't.
I don't know. We did. We were going to discuss it after we got to
To here, yeah.
there.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I guess next session we'll decide.